Um, so yeah,
Episode what of the Second Best Friends podcast?
no, the radio show idea.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yes, I do.
Um, yeah, I did some writing this week. Um,
Yeah,
do you want to hear about this? Is this
I do.
is this interesting? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I did some more writing, a lot of brainstorming. I was having a hard time thinking of like I was loving all the stuff I told you about, like the desert, the stargazing, and the
Hmm.
radio, but I didn't really have any
Yeah.
ideas for what the transmissions would be about. Like what's going on in the galaxy abroad. Um,
Yeah.
and I was kind of struggling with that. I threw out a bunch of ideas, but I wasn't really loving any of them. And then tonight it just hit me. And so if you want, I can just read you this synopsis. It's like a couple pages.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
there's like a I wrote one of the transmissions out. So
Nice.
the synopsis isn't really like a script, it's just a synopsis, but then there's the transmission.
Yeah.
So it goes a little something like our protagonist, who I haven't named yet. Uh, the first scene is the protagonist buying a sort of like secret or black market translation device that has like a nigh universal ability, so it can essentially translate anything, uh, or almost anything, uh,
Yeah.
no matter how like foreign and strange the idea is. And then the next scene is him arriving at the shack in the desert and attaching the translator to an elaborate radio that will have all kinds of cool buttons and
Cool
auto
buttons and stuff.
switches and
Yeah.
crystals attached to it, and like
Hmm.
and then he goes out to eat dinner and enjoy a quiet sunset in the desert and does some stargazing.
Nice.
And then at a certain
Nice.
point, he points like a sort of telescope or like a telescopic antenna at a specific star. I'm thinking towards the galactic center. And then he goes
Hmm.
inside the shack and um, activates the radio. And I want to make a bunch of cool sound effects for the radio,
Of
but
course.
as he's like getting into it, and then that turns into like an alien speech, and then the translator kicks in and it's translated into English. And
Yeah.
the it the first thing he gets is a welcome greeting offered from a sort of enlightened being, or like kind of higher dimensional being or something like that. Um,
Uh,
and they introduce the protagonist to FTL radio, faster than light radio, and they kind of just give a little introduction of like what he's gotten into. And I think that's a good way to like explain to the audience what's going on. Um,
hmm.
and they give they sort of suggest things to like tune into for him to listen to, and it's sort of a moment. It's a little bit like a first contact kind of moment. Like this being has like picked them up, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
whoa, like we've never like got transmissions from this part of the galaxy, so this is like a new species that we're encountering, and so they have this
Right.
whole like greeting, kind of rehearsed, like they've done it a billion times already, and
Hmm.
and then they discover that the protagonist doesn't have the ability to respond. They're only listening. Um, and so then they're like,
Right.
well, allow us to offer you uh, the very first faster than light radio transmission that was ever made. Because
Hmm.
I don't know if this makes any sense scientifically, but to me, or I think in this world, in this story, FTL radio like once you put something out into the cosmos, it's sort of permanently
Mhm.
available, uh,
Yeah.
unless it's like specifically encrypted. Um, but
Yeah.
it's like something about it
I'm sure
being
there's
beyond the
got to
speed
be.
of light, beyond time. It's like
Hmm.
always kind of available, and
Yeah.
kind of inspired by like the Akashic records, maybe, uh,
Uh-huh.
something like that. And then,
Yeah.
so yeah, they discover the protagonist can't respond, and so they decide to offer him the first FTL message ever sent. Um, and they give him a
Yeah.
brief history of the galaxy and like FTL radio and travel, um, and then and they give him a warning that if he turns the radio on and off too often, uh, there's a potential that like other civilizations or dangerous beings could determine his location, uh,
Right.
and like attack Earth or something, sort of a dark forest kind of idea. And
Hmm.
and so that sets up a little tension.
I like
And
it.
yeah, uh, and then they do the the recording, essentially the first FTL transmission, and
Uh-huh.
it's so it's sent by a pioneer space traveler who is in a failed experimental like test of an FTL drive, a faster than light drive, and
Hmm.
is essentially broken, or it's a failed experiment because they set it up in a way where they can never stop accelerating the ship. So he's just eternally going
Yeah.
faster in one direction, always going
Uh-huh.
faster and faster, and like exponentially so. So it's like within seconds, it's like the entire universe is like billions and billions of light years behind him.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
like
gonna.
that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's a good intro. It's like this sort of tragic. I'm gonna try to read this. I don't know how this is gonna come across, but it's a little hard because my handwriting isn't great. But this is the transmission.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Mally one, Mally one reporting. I don't know if anyone can hear this, but I've managed to reroute the comms through the hyperdrive. I suppose these words will echo across the stars for eternity. Better make them good, eh? The silicated core has has overheated, and no amount of coolant is sufficient to achieve thermal inhibition. Maurice, congratulations is in order. The reaction is stable, too stable. Without the ability to cool the core, I'll never stop accelerating. I'm afraid you were right, Margaret. I should have turned this one down. But really, I'm doing quite well. The road I'm on has no bounds. I've crossed a sort of threshold, beyond the edge. The edge of the part of our universe inhabited by stars, that is. It's hard to describe. It, it looks something like a shimmering crimson ring. The entirety of our reality, and I can only see it with the help of a telescope. It'll be fading soon. And my handwriting's so bad. Oh, it'll be fading soon, as will all hope of further communication. It's not as dark as you might think. They're lights, not stars, but. Ah, never mind that. Margaret, my dear, tell the boys to keep their heads straight on, and take care to warm their hearts. And static cuts in, and then it cuts back into the voice.
And that's
The
okay.
proportions of the ship seem to be flattening. It's beautiful. It's more static. My hands, they're too far away. More static. Time is broken. More static. I can see. 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 And that's it.
I can see. And that's it. Damn.
Yeah,
That's so sad and tragic.
it's really sad. Yeah, and that's just my first draft. I hope to kind of
Yeah,
polish it up. You know. Um,
I really like it.
Thank you. But I
Next step
haven't.
is to make it into a video.
Oh, I know, man. I'm like, it's a lot of work even just to make this one episode. Actually thinking it
Yeah.
through.
I don't have any filming experience, but I'm sure it's not that hard.
It can't be that hard, right?
Just use your phone, right? Isn't that what everyone does
Well, I have
now?
an iPad, so I'll probably use
Oh,
that. I think it's a lot better than my phone. I'm
yeah.
assuming. Um,
Yeah.
I'll use that, and then I actually have a microphone that
Hmm.
I got for like streaming that I think will be. It's not the best, but it'll probably be pretty good for like recording sound effects and stuff. Um,
Nice.
and just
Well, it's good you have that.
yeah, I think it's enough to
Yep.
get started. At least make something. Um, the next step, is polish up this script, actually write a script for the first part of the episode,
Hmm.
and then make the radio, which will be fun, but might take a little while.
That will be super fun.
Make the radio, make the translator, and then find a place to film like the translator scene, which could be pretty
Hmm.
fun. I'm thinking like a real grungy kind of like tech nerds basement room or something.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into the details of like why it's so secretive, but for some reason he just has this like secret advanced translator that the protagonist has to like buy from him. And uh, and then it's just getting that setting, like finding a, I don't know, a trailer or a shack in the desert
Right.
to actually film
You'd
it.
think it wouldn't be that hard, but it's like, who do I know who has
Yeah, I don't
a
know.
random shed out in the desert?
I don't know. Like that, I just don't know where to start. It might not be as hard as it seems. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if there's just sort of like there might be like forums or even on like Reddit or something where you can kind of be like,
Ooh, that's a good idea.
"Hey, I'm doing this like art project and I need like volunteers
Yeah.
to get involved and um, maybe work out some deal where if it's actually like monetarily successful, I can compensate people for their work and
Hmm.
contributions."
Hmm. Yeah.
But I can't really. I don't think I have like any budget for it. Like I guess I'll have to buy parts for the radio, but I'm hoping I can do that pretty cheap. Go into like thrift shops and
Yeah.
stuff. And, but yeah, it's it's weird. It seems like a really small project, but when I actually break it down, it's kind of like a lot of stuff.
When you really break it down.
But yeah, I guess just keep your ear to the ground, and
Yeah.
if someone's like, "Gosh, yeah, I just have this shack out in the desert. I don't know what to do with." Be like, oh, we need that.
Yeah, dude, just pray. Yeah, I hear that like probably three times a day. Now that
Okay,
you just
okay, yeah. So it's bound to come up again at some point.
yeah. So do you have ideas about the music?
Oh, well, yeah, I do. I have a few ideas. There's a few different things that inspired this project, and
Hmm.
um, there's two specific episodes of Adventure Time that are like the exact vibe I'm going for. The content of those episodes really has nothing to do with it. It's not about radios or aliens. Well, one of them's actually about a radio, but or they both actually are kind of about radios a little bit, um, but there's something about the vibe of these two episodes,
Mm.
and I want the music to be in support of that vibe. If you get what I mean,
Sure.
they're just I don't know. There's some really good ones. It's Jake the Brick and Blank Eyed Girl. Um, I don't know if you did you watch
Shit,
those?
I don't remember those episodes.
Did you did you watch like part of it or all of it?
Part, definitely just part of it.
Yeah, those are kind of in later seasons, so you might not have seen them.
I should really watch it through again.
But if you want to get the vibe I'm going for, that's like your homework. I think is to watch those two episodes,
All right.
and they don't spoil anything with the big overall plot, so you can just watch them out of order. Um,
Right.
yeah, Blank Eyed Girl and Jake the Brick, and but the music doesn't necessarily have to be the same as it is in those episodes. It's just there's something about the vibe. They both have this like sort of summer night vibe that's like perfect.
Hmm.
And it's like the drawings and stuff in it are really good. And then so some music I've thought of that would sound good. It's like it's kind of I think like a lo-fi kind of vibe. Um,
Uh huh.
you ever listen to like lo-fi playlists or
Uh
anything?
huh. Yeah.
Kind of like that, but not necessarily the same. Not it doesn't have to be like lo-fi per se, but that it's more just the vibe. It's like that sort of like sweet melancholy kind of, but not too melancholy. Just like
Hmm.
those episodes of Adventure Time just get it so good. Like especially the Blank Eyed Girl, the very first scene is just them at like a pizza place at night
Uh
in the
huh.
summer, and it's like quiet and it's like almost boring, but it's more like content. Like they're just kind of like comfortable, and
Yeah.
but it could be really be like anything, um, because that's sort of the vibe of Earth in the story, but the drama playing out in the galaxy, that's like something else altogether. And
Hmm.
uh, there's this random, sort of random, like musician on YouTube I discovered years ago that made a couple of albums that just have this really kind of like whacked out space vibe. Um, and it's kind of perfect. I was just listening to it while I was
Nice.
writing, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a big inspiration. Um,
Hmm.
so I could send you those albums and
Yeah, that'd be cool.
text you the Adventure Time episodes if you want to do some research.
Yeah. Jake the Brick and the something girl,
Blank Eyed Girl.
the
Um,
blank eyed girl.
yeah, they're both. I mean, Jake the Brick is such a good episode. I think you're gonna love it. Just because it's
Yeah.
just so like ridiculous, but so good. Um, and it has just some of the best like art, like the colors and stuff, and And Blank Eyed Girl's great too, but it's really just that vibe at the very beginning of it.
Uh huh.
And yeah, so that's the update on
Right
that.
on.
Um, I feel like it's some good progress. I'm still excited about it.
That's awesome.
I need
I'm excited too.
yeah, I think like I'm not too worried now about figuring out what's going on in the galaxy because I think it's all gonna kind of flow now that I got this
Mm.
first little like story down. Uh, I've one I've one big thing, and this comes up with like all my sort of creative narratives projects is do I tie it in somehow to like the Wizard's Quest world? Um,
Oh,
and at this point, I'm leaning away from that. I think it's just better to let it be on its own and like let it be its own project.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Did you have ideas of doing that?
Yeah, when I was kind of like at a loss for like what's going on in the galaxy, uh,
Yeah.
I thought because Wizard's Quest does have like a sort of sci-fi backstory to like how the
Uh huh.
planet got created and stuff, and uh,
Yeah, I remember parts of that.
yeah, and I was like, it could tie in, it could be that guy, Pasana Sila, the one who like creates the world when he's just
Yeah.
not like a god being yet, but he's just like a human on Earth, and this could be how he like kind of gets started, like
Hmm.
communicating with like higher level beings and stuff. And there's a whole thing with that. Like I like that story too, but I think I do want to just keep them separate. Because in that one, it's like the whole thing in the Wizard's Quest story is the whole like the cosmos. It's like throughout the galaxy, there are like light beings that live inside the stars,
Hmm.
and Earth is like a lone like material life experiment, and uh, like at some point around now, the official like beings that kind of rule over the galaxy decide that like the Earth experiment is sort of unethical, and they decide to blow it up. And
Why do they decide that? They're just like
because
they're just.
in that story, basically what's happening, the way I describe like physical life on Earth is like these light beings are basically spirits, right? And
Hmm.
they end up getting like caught up in the material reality of Earth, and it's sort of like they don't really have consent to it, and they end up being like born into a physical body and have to experience like the suffering of a physical
Oh,
life.
yeah.
And so it's
Hmm.
essentially that like it's like unethical or sort of impure too. Like there's sort of a purity aspect to it where they're like, yeah, it's like this crude material life form, and it kind of
Right.
disgusts some of them, and then others
Sure.
get like trapped in it, and then once they get out, they're like really pissed off and bitter about it, and
Yeah.
so they decide to blow up the Earth, but uh, Pasana Sila and his mentor, who's like a goddess, like a Greek goddess, they decide that material life is good, and so they sneak off and like create a planet that is is Mefcat, which is the planet where Wizard's Quest happens. And
Hmm.
it's like it's a hidden world, and that plays into some of the stories because it's essentially illegal to like have a uh, material reality like that, and
Right.
they like tend to it like a garden, and um, so that's like the backstory of Wizard's Quest, and I was thinking it could be that, and all the transmissions could be from like light beings, but I think it's more fun
Right.
to be free of that and let this be its own project so I can just be like I can just do crazy shit like and have it be more relatable than like only light beings. Uh,
Have you thought about what happens after the first transmission at all, or are you just
yeah, a little
gonna
bit.
focus on this one? Yeah.
I mean, so I think episode 1 will just end with that first
Right.
transmission and then episode 2. So in episode 2, the enlightened being is going to teach the protagonist how to hide his signal. So there's, or I don't know if that should happen in episode 2, but at some point I want that to be a thing to kind of
Right.
resolve that issue. And
Yeah.
and then I don't know. I think the next step is to start introducing the present day stuff that's going on. So the overall
Right.
story arc for this first season is that I want him to find something essentially equivalent to an evil empire uh,
Hmm.
that is like huge
Nice.
and occupies like a huge portion of the galaxy. And then there's sort of an oppressed group on one side of the empire and
Hmm.
a like an oppressed like rebel group on one side of the empire, and on the far reaches of the other side of the empire there's like a, a society that's like actively being colonized and consumed by the empire. And
Hmm.
these two forces, neither of them can compete with the empire alone, but they don't know that each other exist. And in the season finale, the protagonist is going to connect them. He's not going to be able to
Ah,
talk to anyone, but he's going to be able. He's going to find a way to get them connected, and um,
he's gonna start the rebellion.
it's essentially going to start a rebellion. Yeah, and like change the tides of the war and like change history in the
That's cool.
galaxy. You know.
That's cool.
So the next step will just be introducing like one or two of those civilizations, and I don't have any ideas what they're about yet. Like what,
Right.
like I don't know like how weird I want to get with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with those civilizations, I'm just thinking of them as like humans to simplify it. Uh, but I want there to be some like one-offs where, he like finds a civilization where everyone's a boat or something like that. Like, there's a really good book
Yeah.
called Star Maker, and that's uh, where he like astral travels to all these civilizations across the galaxy. And one of the ones
Cool.
they go in the most detail is this world where everyone is a different kind of boat, and
Yeah.
they have a whole like class stratification, like a caste system. If you're like, I'm just a sloop, and someone's like, but I'm a brigantine, so you have to do what I say. And
Are you imagining this like a next generation 26 episode thing where there's a loose arc, but it's very episodic?
that's kind of what I'm leaning into. Yeah, I think.
Like, so there's just an episode where randomly it's a transmission from
Yeah, from something that might.
a random civilization. Like, yeah.
Yeah, just to get
Hmm.
weird and like enjoy the creativity of it. Just a random kind of like these
Right.
people. Um, I don't know. Like I think I wrote down like I don't know. I wrote down some dumb ideas. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with any of them, but like um, but stuff just kind of inspired by that book Star Maker, which I highly recommend. It's an incredible like old sci-fi book. Um,
Nice.
I won't do the boat people because that'd be too much of a rip-off. I think maybe there could be some kind of like Easter egg reference to them, but something like
Yeah.
that, just some absurd Like I might still add in some light beings or something. Like maybe this mysterious enlightened figure is like a light being, or that's something
Yeah,
I was
I like
writing down, or like people.
the light the light beings who are specious towards humans and of any material thing.
Well, yeah, those are the light beings in the Wizard's Quest world, and
Yeah.
I don't know if the light beings in this world are gonna be like that. Um, Maybe
Uh,
some of them. This enlightened one isn't. They're obviously very like pro life, pro reality,
right.
not pro life like that
Right.
kind of pro life, but pro life
Pro life.
definitely. They're very like pro reality, like trying to help
Right.
people get connected and stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
okay. I had this idea that I liked a lot. So in that season finale, right? It's like the Empire is like making moves and it's about to just win. It's going to dominate both these forces, and the protagonist like
Hmm.
knows what's going on because he's been listening in on it all season, and then but he
Yeah.
can't do anything, right? He doesn't know how. All he can do is listen, but he knows that
Hmm.
the enlightened one can see when he turns on and off his radio, and
Hmm.
so the way he gets around it is he starts turning the radio on and off in Morse code. And after a while, the
Ah.
enlightened one uh, picks up on it, figures out that it's like, oh, he's like using the on off switch to communicate, and because the enlightened one
Hmm.
can translate anything, it just has to figure out that something's being communicated, and then he's like,
Right.
and then he essentially tells them he's like, connect these two forces for me, and so that's like how he does it is he like tells that
Yeah.
higher being to like help him out, and then it does. And um
But you don't know how he helps out at this point.
yeah, I mean, and you kind of never know what's going on
Sure.
directly with all the other
Right.
like species and stuff. You're only getting these like transmissions, but if it's
Yeah.
going well, season 2, I'm thinking he gets the ability to like speak with other people and stuff, and like
Hmm.
communicate with the enlightened one and the rebellion and stuff, and I'm thinking I want him to be like a peace negotiator, and that would be
Yeah.
like a lot of season 2. I think season 2 and maybe seasons after that, depending on how drawn out I want it to be. But um, but I think yeah, he's
That's cool.
like just becomes a negotiator, and no one really knows about Earth, or like Earth is still primitive and stuff, and no one on Earth knows that he's doing this. So he's just sort of he's like a galactic hero, but no one on Earth like has any idea about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that could be fun because I think that's a really interesting. There's a really good Next Generation episode, or maybe not really good, but I liked it. That I watched recently with this guy Reba, who's like a.
Hmm.
Do you remember that one where he's like it's a crazy episode because he's like psychic and he doesn't talk, but he has a chorus of people that like speak for him, and
Ah.
um,
What's I'm looking it up right now.
yeah, he's kind of like this crazy like redhead Jesus looking guy, and he but the whole thing is that he's like a negotiator, so he like goes to this planet where um, there's like two factions at war, and he like starts hosting meetings and stuff, and I just felt like they didn't get too into the details with it, but there were a lot of good points about just like how difficult of a job that is and how like patient he has to be,
Uh-huh.
and I it just made me want to explore that kind of character further because I haven't really seen that a lot. Like you get a lot
Yeah.
of stories like the Avatar or something where he's like he's the master of all the elements, and so he like mostly is just kicking ass everywhere he goes, and then occasionally he
Right.
plays the mediator, and
Hmm.
but you don't get a lot of stories, or I haven't seen a lot of stories where it's like it's just kind of about mediation like that between like
Yeah, I think that's super cool.
I guess Star Trek does get a
Star
handful of
Trek does
stories
that
like
pretty
that.
well.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and Star Trek is Next Generation is the king of like, I don't know if it's a great episode, but I really like it.
there's a lot of that. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. I don't remember that specific episode though. Was it in the later seasons?
No, it's like season 1 or 2. I'm still
Oh.
in season 2, and so it's like yeah, it's early days, but I think it's
Mhm.
around the time when it starts feeling more natural, uh,
Right.
the acting and stuff, because
Yeah.
some of those
The first
scenes in
season.
season 1 are pretty rough.
Yeah, remember when they like just killed off one of the main characters in like the second episode?
Yeah, Tasha,
Yeah.
that episode's really
The
bad.
head of Yeah.
It's really it's so I don't know, but I kind of admire them because she dies in such a like flippant kind of way that I
Right.
feel like a lot of like shows like that usually try to make it more dramatic, but it has this sort
Right.
of like mundane kind of. I mean, it's like this weird, goofy like shadow monster that does it, so that's not mundane at all. But the
That's
way
right.
the way he just kind of like kills her like without
Hmm.
and he's just all bad vibes and stuff. It was kind of the episode I think was a really good idea, but it just like wasn't executed that great.
Right. I think they had a pretty low budget in that first season, you know?
Yeah,
But
I think so.
I mean, I feel like that show's also like they do mundane deaths all the time. They're like there's some like the ship crashes or whatever and they're like 63 dead and then they just keep going,
But it's
you know?
never yeah, but it's never someone like on the main crew, on the main bridge
No,
crew
it's
like
not.
that, like a main
No.
character.
No. Yeah.
And it sucks.
But
I really like her. I wish
yeah.
I would have liked to have seen more of her. I thought she was a really interesting character.
Yeah.
She
And
had
they
a
brought her
really
back.
what
They did bring her back like
as her twin sister.
oh yes, that's correct. Yep.
It's
Yep,
her
you're
her
right.
long. I thought that was kind of dumb. I was like glad to see the actress, I guess, but I was like, wait, she had this like twin sister all along who was involved in this like really I forget what her deal was, but she was like I felt like she was like the leader of some alien faction or something, or like had this really like
Sounds about
significant
right.
position that just felt. I was like, dang, I didn't know her family was so like connected. I guess, just kind of out of the blue, like, oh yeah, she had a twin sister all along, and she's the queen of the ant people. She's the queen of the Romulans. And
Yeah.
I think is that it? Was she working with the Romulans? It was something really like it felt
Something like
weird, but it
that.
didn't make any sense. I was like, how is she? And I was like, I mean, I guess
Because
she
that
could be anything. So I didn't know that, but I could have some foreshadowing or some kind of setup might have been nice for that.
they didn't need foreshadowing. They just she's was working with the Romulans,
She just did
or
whatever.
whatever it
They
was.
just did whatever they needed,
Yeah.
whatever they wanted for the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. I just want to live on the Enterprise. I wanted I mean,
It seems
it's
pretty
so cool
cool.
how I guess maybe like you'd get cabin fever after a while because you are just traveling through space.
It's pretty big ship
But
though, and you've got the holodecks,
yeah,
and then you're always going to
holodeck.
new places, right? So like
Yeah.
you go to
Hmm.
because I always kind of I'm under the assumption that they go to a bunch of like boring places in between each episode, and
Exactly.
and
That's what you don't see.
those would be fun as a civilian. You know, it'd be like traveling, and you'd get to see
Yeah.
all these different societies and stuff, and I
Yeah.
think that'd be dope. Although I don't know, Deep Space Nine might be where I'd live. Um,
Yeah.
Something about that spot, just like at the hub of the wormhole and like all the different like
There's a lot to
civilizations.
do. There's a lot to do.
There's a lot
There's
to do.
a lot of different, types of people.
Exactly. Because I'm more honestly like if I could, I'm more into the Bajorans than I am the humans. Like
Fair enough.
they're more my type. I think.
Hmm. I get that.
Yeah, but uh, but the humans are pretty great. I mean, I wouldn't complain if I was like living on the Enterprise. Honestly, though, if I lived in the Star Trek world, I'd probably just be like a holo novelist and just like create
Right.
holo novels.
That that
you know?
that's what I'm saying. The holodeck is like all I feel like one would need to have a good time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but yeah, hollow novelist. That would be so cool. I wonder if that's a thing.
I mean, it is
That's like a profession.
in the in the fictional world of Star Trek. It's a thing. Um,
Yeah.
I think I don't know if they call them holo novels in TNG, but they call them that I think in Deep Space Nine and maybe Voyager. Um,
Hmm.
Voyager, the I think it was like Tom Paris in Voyager. He's relatable in that way because he spends a lot of time like creating like different holodeck environments and stuff, and
That's cool.
that like he then shares with the rest of the crew,
Hmm.
and that's I don't know that's kind of a cool like character thing. Um,
Yeah.
and then there's the guy in TNG that's like super addicted to the holo suites and does like really weird shit with like holographic versions of real people. But
Hmm.
that guy's funny. Um, what's his name? Barclay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of like him. It's weird. It's a weird thing he does with the holodecks, but but I mean, I get it. I get why he's like all about the holodeck addiction.
Hmm.
I'd just be like,
I
why?
suppose
What?
why do anything else? Why have friends?
Yeah, when you can just make your own, make them perfect.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. The episodes in Next Generation that I did not really I mean the detective episodes where he's like holodeck as a detective, Picard.
Yeah, they're still kind of like it's like they haven't quite figured out like how to use the holodeck as part of a Star Trek story. I feel like in those ones,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's exactly right.
and it's weird though because that's also what the story is about, right? It's like Picard and everyone. It's like their first time using a holodeck. It, I think,
Hmm.
and like they're acting like that. They're like, oh, it's remarkable, and like look at how detailed it is, but they're really bad at like getting into character.
Hmm.
It's kind of genius,
Yeah, that is
but
kind of the thing.
it's
Yeah.
not like enjoyable to watch. I'm like,
No.
yeah, this makes sense that it would be like this, but I don't know if this is a good like Star Trek episode.
Yeah.
But the Moriarty ones with Data and Geordi, Those ones are pretty good. You
That's
know,
true. I do like those
the
ones. I do
Sherlock
like
Holmes
those ones a
ones.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones are those ones are good.
Moriarty like figures out that he's a hologram.
Yeah.
The very first episode of TNG I ever saw was at Patrick Lewis's house, and it was the first one of those Moriarty ones. I was like, the show looks dope, but I think I need to be an adult before I get into it. And
Yeah.
I was right.
Yep. Yep. It's into getting in. Yeah, definitely as an adult getting into it. I remember watching it as a kid, and like the only thing that I thought was really cool was like the visor on
Oh
uh
yeah, Jordy's visor is
Jordy,
so dope.
Jordy's visor. I was like, that thing's so cool.
Yeah,
Uh, but I kind of thought that it should shoot lasers out of it like fucking Cyclops,
Cyclops.
and it didn't.
It's pretty similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a ridiculous like
But anyway,
way to shoot lasers. I mean, it
out of a
makes
visor.
sense
I mean,
when it's like part of your
seems like
armors. Like
yeah, it seems like the best way.
Cyclops. I guess yeah,
To shoot.
aiming
Yeah,
would be really easy, right? All you have to do is focus on what you want to hit.
exactly.
But you'd have to
Yeah,
be careful, you'd have to be really controlled, not let your eyes like
yeah.
dart
You
off to be like, "Oh, like what's that?" and then suddenly you're
and
chopping a bunch of people in half or something. And,
then yeah, then you just laser everyone in yolks. You know.
and yolks, like the grocery store.
Yeah, you're. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I guess if like you had it on all the time, then you really couldn't function as a human being in the real world.
And that's Cyclops'
Cause
thing, right? He needs the visor
yeah,
because he can't
yeah,
control
that's
it.
why he needs it. Yeah,
Yeah. But even if
right,
if you're Superman, he's got the same kind of thing, and he's
right.
got control over it. But if he just fucks up for a second, it's like it could really go wrong.
Yeah, it could.
Um,
And then like you'd have to fight the temptation not to just like be very destructive, because like you have that power.
you
Like
could
I
just
would think
win
that,
win any fight,
yeah,
instantly.
yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah,
Or just cause destruction for the sake of causing destruction. I'm not saying that I would do that, but like the temptation is there.
well, yeah. Maybe you could go to like a desert canyon and just let loose every now and then. You know,
Yeah,
just blow some rocks up. I'd be
yeah,
into
it'd be
that.
pretty
I'd
cool.
I'd do that for
Yeah,
sure.
that'd be cool.
Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, not the city maybe.
yeah.
Although if you could find like an abandoned city, that'd be great. Just tear it up. But
Rockford, dude. No, I'm just joking.
right.
No, I don't know. So anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh, everything.
Uh,
We were just getting into sci-fi because we were talking about the
oh yeah,
the. I'm thinking FTL
right.
Radio is the title of the show.
FTL. I like that. FTL radio.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Fast and Light Radio. Um,
Hmm.
although it's even faster than light. It's faster than time because
Right.
it's all like once you put some. I don't know. That's the
Because it's just
idea.
there. You're saying it just is
It's
always
instant.
available once. Yeah.
It's instant. There's none of this like, oh, when you look at the star, you're seeing it like from a million years in the past. It's just like instant
Right.
transmission. Uh,
Yeah.
but because it's instant, it's like it becomes permanently available to anyone with a radio. And
Did you think about having certain like characters or something who like are reoccurring because they're like space travelers and and they narrate things in certain areas, or is it going to be like a new person transmitting every time?
I guess I thought like in the overarching plot of like the war with the Empire, um,
Yeah.
which I'm not gonna call it the Empire though, but you know just for now until I come up with a name. But
Hmm.
they, I'm thinking that one will have some recurring characters. You know, like maybe
Yeah.
like the leaders or like some heroes in the rebel factions and stuff, and maybe like a villain character. Uh, but then, just as you were saying that, as you were asking that question, because you said travelers,
Yeah.
I was like, I think we should
Yeah.
definitely have like a science team that's like going to different worlds and cataloging
That
them that we check in with every once in a while. Like,
that's cool. I like that.
yeah, because it part of
Yeah.
the challenge is like, how do you get across information about like a world in the form of radio, you know? Because if you think about it, like
Right.
if someone just tapped into like Earth communications, whether it's radio or internet, like they're not gonna just people aren't gonna just be like describing things. They're gonna be like
No.
talking about whatever's relevant and stuff. But a team of like scientists, explorers would be doing exactly that. It'd be perfect
Right.
for just
That would
some
make
like,
that would make sense.
and so you could have these like one-off kind of adventures with them where they're like, oh, this is a planet where everyone's made of plants and stuff, and they like talk about it. But then
Right.
you get these recurring scientist characters, and you see they can go on like, you know, you can kind of get to know them over time, and
Yeah.
they can be. I'm thinking they're. I'm thinking they're not even related to the war. They're like somewhere else, like really far away from it, and
Right. They're explorers, kind of.
yeah, they're just like
Science
explorers,
scientists.
scientists
Yeah.
trying to be like peaceful scientists and getting into trouble.
Mm,
Yeah, that's I'm liking that idea a lot. That's a good way to like mix things up because it's yeah, it's like I don't want it to just be I want like you know people call it like filler episodes, but I don't think that's a good name for it. But
mm.
I'm just a big fan of that kind of episodic storytelling, like The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Adventure Time's a lot like that.
Right.
There's like a big story going on over time in the background, and like season finales tend to gravitate around it and stuff, and like but then there's
Yeah.
just like all this like day-to-day stuff because it's in those like day-to-day episodes where I feel like you really get to connect with the character, right? And like
I agree. It's hard to format a show like that. Especially I mean like it's like most shows are 12 episodes now.
nowadays
So,
there's 12 episodes
yeah.
and they're all just they're not like
They all
episodic, it's just a mini series now, you know, it's like
they all advance the plot. Like every scene is advancing the plot,
yeah,
which is good. That's there's something to that. But
it's something I wanted a lot when we were young, and
yeah,
there were barely any shows that did that, you know.
right.
And and I remember they'd call them mini series, right? And there'd be this thing, and it would be like 10 like hour long episodes, and it would just be this one long sprawling story. And usually
It'd
they
be
were really
cool.
low budget and kind of sucked, but I remember just enjoying that idea of like, oh, like this is like you have to watch it in order, and it's all like one thing.
Yeah,
I guess cartoons did that. Like Digimon and Pokemon were kind of like that.
definitely. I actually think cartoons are one of the best mediums to have do the episodic thing.
Oh
It's
yeah,
probably easiest. Definitely easiest.
easiest.
But I'm
What do you mean the easiest? Like
Well, I guess I mean like there. I guess maybe it's not easier, but there's a lot more cartoons that are like 25 episodes a season. I feel
You
like
know,
Adventure Time and like
but Adventure Time's not. It's like from the past, when that was
that's true.
more common.
Yeah,
Because there's Fiona and Cake now, and those are only 10 episodes.
really.
Yeah, they're longer episodes. They're 25 minutes, but there's still only 10 of them. And
Wow.
and
Yeah.
it's the exact thing we're talking about. They're mini series, like they're serials.
Right.
That's the term. It's serialized, so it's all you have to watch it in order. There's no standalone
Hmm.
episodes. Um,
Right.
and they're good. I like the Fiona and Cake stories, but it feels really like they're trying to cram so much space, so much storytelling into those 10 episodes, and
Right.
it's just like, damn, just give them a 50 episode season, like season 5 of Adventure Times, like so many episodes. Well, an Adventure
Yeah.
Time actually is interesting because you see the transition. Like
Right.
the first episodes or the first seasons are like kind of longer, and then they get like longer and longer, and then season 5 and 6 and even 7, I think, are like super long, and then they start getting
Yeah.
shorter and shorter. And season 10 is only 10 episodes, I think, and that's like the last,
Oh wow.
like that's when everything was like switching over to that in
Hmm.
reality. Like all the shows were like dealing with that. I think it is a budget thing. It's just so expensive, whether it's a
Yeah.
cartoon or live action. Um,
Right.
no one can
Yeah.
afford to like make a whole show like they used to,
Right.
which sucks. It's disappointing. I don't know.
Kind of is.
I don't know what the deal is. I guess it's just there's just so much more competition. Because back in the day, it was like only so many shows got made.
Yeah.
Now we're talking
I
about making a show. Like, and
right.
it's not like just an idea. It's like within grasp because we can just put it up on YouTube with
Right.
no real process of like trying to get into an industry.
Really has become uh, democratized. It's almost like I bet there's episodic stuff just on YouTube and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, tons of it. I don't watch a lot of YouTube content like that, but I bet there's some really good stuff. Um,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know it's weird. I'm like making something like that, but I don't watch anything like that. like, like kind of a homemade series like that.
Space exploration is one of the best. Is just one of like the best formats for episodic shows
It's
because
pretty
it's
good.
like because there's so much time probably if you're traveling in space and going between planets. Like because yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and everything is kind of unlimited, right? Like you can just make
Exactly.
you
Did
can
you ever
go
watch
anywhere.
Firefly and did you like it?
I watched what was the movie called?
Sons something.
I watched
Uh
the movie. I didn't watch the show.
oh yeah. The show was good.
The
It
show
had some
I heard the show was good, but it kind of like it just stops, right? It just gets canceled.
yeah.
And
Yeah, that part of it sucks, but
yeah,
it definitely has some side quest episodes to it
nice.
because they're basically just space bandit cowboy. It's like a yeah, space western situation.
Right. Yeah, I remember I liked the movie. Um, What was the movie called?
Was pretty good.
Serenity?
Yeah, Serenity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. It's kind of like hard. It's like unmemorable movie. I've seen it twice, and I remember the second time being like, I know I've seen this, but I don't remember anything that happens. But I do remember that I liked it. Um,
Kind of the same thing with the show, honestly.
yeah.
I remember they go on a lot of quests. Like most episodes are like, oh shit, we're running low on gas. We need to go, fucking steal some or.
Oh, that's a great plot device. Running out of gas.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's so tense. It's just like, oh fuck, what are we gonna do? You know, we're gonna like die in the vacuum of space, or we gotta like steal,
Yeah.
or like cross into enemy territory or something.
Yep.
Voyager had that kind of vibe, where they're always like. Did you ever watch
Mhm.
much Voyager?
I tried, but I just couldn't get into it. Maybe I need to give it another shot.
It's the Christian rock of Star Trek. Like, it's like, yeah, it looks like Star Trek. It feels like Star Trek, but it kind of
Uh
sucks.
huh.
It's I don't know. I have fond memories of it because it was the only Star Trek I watched growing up. Because it
Right.
was like on after The Simpsons uh,
Hmm.
and my friend Chris. You remember Chris Garza?
I
Uh,
do.
him and his parents like were super into it, and yeah, he was.
Gotcha.
They always watched it, and so I watched it a bunch when I was over at their house, and it's like if you really want some more Star Trek,
Right.
and you don't want to rewatch TNG or Deep Space Nine, but you want like that era, you know, it's
Hmm.
it's worth it. Like a few years ago, I watched it all the way through, and was like
Yeah.
just kind of happy to see it all in order, and like it kind of gave me some closure on it because I don't think I'd seen like every episode growing up, but I just seen it all kind of randomly, and uh,
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but yeah, it really it pales in comparison to those other two. Um,
Yeah.
I think I liked it quite a bit more than like some of the new Star Trek stuff, though.
Sounds like you liked it quite a bit, just not as much as the other ones.
Yeah, I think it's nostalgia and like, and
So I've
there's
heard
just
people say it's good. I've heard people, some people like really shit on it, but others people say it's good. So
yeah,
there's got to be something to it. It's not like I can't. None of the new Star Trek I've liked or can even stick with. But like
yeah,
maybe I need to give it another shot. But like it just doesn't feel like Star Trek at all.
yeah. It's too
But
like they're branching out in weird directions. It starts to feel like other
yeah,
sci-fi franchises and stuff, and
yeah. But again,
it's
maybe
like
like I
too
need to
edgy.
give it. Maybe I need to give it more than a couple episodes.
Voyager,
Any of the new Star Trek
any of the new ones.
stuff. Because I tried like Discovery, I didn't really like Discovery. I tried the one that was trying to be like the original. I forget what that one was called, but uh,
Right.
didn't like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched 2 seasons of Discovery, and I mean I kind of liked the first season, but season 2 was just nonsense. I was like, I don't know or care what is going on with all this, and
Yeah.
and then I stopped. I didn't keep going, uh,
Hmm.
and then I watched all 3 seasons of Picard, and
Was that good? Did you like
no,
that?
no. I can't say I recommend it. Like I don't know. I guess I watched it all, so I liked it enough.
Yeah, you watched 3 seasons of it, but
But it was kind of more maybe more like a morbid fascination. Was just like I just wanted to
right.
see like how they fucked it up. And like that in and of itself I think was kind of entertaining.
I don't even know if I want to know the details of that show. I saw the commercials for it and it looked really dark. And it looked
Yeah,
like
it's kind
Picard
of
was just like miserable.
it's
So,
got some of that, but it's not even like consistently that, and
oh,
which is good. I mean, I don't want to see like Picard being miserable as an old man. Like, I feel like the season
right.
finale of the Next Generation is kind of all about that, right? Like
Yeah.
him being miserable as an old man, but then he like uses time travel to like fix it, right? And
Yeah.
so I don't know. It's weird. It's yeah. I feel like they just made a lot of mistakes, and it just doesn't feel quite right. Um, Similar to like
I mean,
the 7, 8, 9 of Star Wars kind of feeling to me, where it's just like there's some good spectacle, some good special effects and stuff, but that's the story just it doesn't land. Um,
I thought about trying to watch them again and seeing,
the new ones.
yeah.
Watch. Did you
Uh,
ever try Lower Decks?
no, isn't that the one?
It's a
People say
cartoon.
that one's like funny.
It's a cartoon. Yeah, it's funny, and
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love it. I love Lower Decks.
Yeah.
I'd watch it
Yeah.
again, even. It's like,
Damn.
uh, it's a bit like over the top with the absurd humor, but and like they kind of like overly comment. They like reference the old Star Trek shows a lot, and because it essentially like takes place only a few years, I think, after Deep Space Nine. Um, and they definitely overdo it with the references, but the jokes are pretty funny. So I'm kind of like, all right,
Nice.
it's worth it. I can sort of
I'll give it a shot.
suspend disbelief um, to just enjoy this. Yeah, it's just it like it kind of just it just harkens back to the old stuff in a good way, and it's a good twist on the old formula because it's instead of like the Enterprise, like the flagship of the fleet, or like the legendary Lost Voyager, or like the Deep Space Nine at the edge of the wormhole. It's just like a
Hmm.
low class ship that does like a
Yeah.
lot of like second contact instead of first contact missions. So they're like
Hmm.
they go to a lot of worlds from the series to like follow up on like what happened after the Enterprise left, and
Yeah.
so that can be kind of fun and kind of funny sometimes.
I like that.
But I think it's like 4 seasons and it ended and it was pretty good. Uh,
If anything, I'm gonna watch Deep Space. I'm gonna watch Deep Space Nine again.
oh yeah, dude, that's the best.
Did you ever watch the original?
Not enough. I've seen a few episodes and I do like it, but it like I just kind of like
Uh,
forget to watch it, I guess.
there are some episodes that really uh, are really good,
I bet.
but
Yeah.
it's also I've never watched it all the way through. I watched it like probably 1.5 seasons, and there's only 2 seasons.
There's only two
But
seasons.
I think so. Yeah,
Wow.
it got canceled, and then it ran on fucking reruns and got really popular like
Oh, okay.
5 years after it got canceled.
Oh,
And that's why
really?
they made all the fucking movies and shit.
Because they're like, oh damn, now people love it all of a sudden, and
Yeah, yeah.
we need to like wrap it
So,
up. That's that's kind of cool. They got movies. Did you ever watch Enterprise?
um,
Do you remember Enterprise?
I've heard really bad things about Enterprise.
Dude, Enterprise is pretty good. I think
Really?
it's better than Voyager. Um,
Oh,
like the thing with Enterprise though is that like it got canceled, and
Yeah.
they were setting up like long-term storyline stuff and like these character arcs that were like pretty good, and then they just had to wrap it up all of a sudden, and it's like it's horrible. Like the ending like skips ahead 10 years, and it's kind of just it just everything kind of sucks. and
Yeah.
uh, but everything leading up to that, probably kind of like Firefly, it's like pretty good until suddenly the rug's pulled out from under you, and you're just like, oh no, it's that's it.
Yeah.
But I guess it never got that
Damn.
much traction, so they didn't make any movies or anything of that.
I guess it sucks it got canceled.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. It just, I think it kind of ran into some of the problems of the more recent ones where it like strayed a little too far from the formula, and because I
Yeah.
remember when it came out and like listening to people who were into Star Trek talk about it kind of in the same way, where they're like, it just doesn't feel like Star Trek. Like,
Uh huh.
and it's kind of I don't know. The captain's a real Boy Scout. He's real cheesy in that way. Like, so I can see
That
why
can be hard to. That can be hard to look past.
it can be hard to
Like.
look past, especially like in the year 2000 or whenever it was coming out. You know, like super
Mhm.
super edgy kind of time to have this like really optimistic like Boy Scout
Really
lead.
cheesy guy.
Yeah, but I like him. I enjoyed his character a lot, and the other characters and stuff were like really interesting. I thought, and
Mm.
there was a little more romance too than like Star Trek usually has, and um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. They just did some crazy things. Like there's like a whole season where they're like lost in this like really weird part of space, and their ship is just like falling apart. Like and things just get worse and worse every episode. It's kind of amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like anyway, should I play some Quickie World?
Yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, if you have any ideas for alien civilizations, I'd love to hear them.
I'll think on that.
And I
There's
mean,
so much. There's so many. You know, it's such a wide range of things that could you could choose.
you could do anything. Yeah, it's like
Exactly. Like you said, probably it's probably going to be goat people.
goat people.
Yeah, because you said that earlier.
Oh, boat people.
Oh, boat people.
Like sloops and cruisers and
Oh yeah.
ships.
Yes, I thought you said goat people.
That sounds cool too, though. One of the ideas I wrote down was an empire of squirrels that are like obsessively concerned with the finding and storing of nuts. uh,
That's good.
I don't
That's
know.
good.
It's kind of dumb, but it could make a good one-off. Um,
Hmm.
all right. I hope the sound just works
Yeah, I hope so.
with like no issues.
Do I sound like shit?
No.
Be oh really? Oh
Oh yeah.
really?
You sound good. Can you hear the music?
I can.
Is it a
This
little
is
loud?
amazing. It's actually just fine for me, at least. How is my audio? Is it getting worse?
No, it's great.
Oh,
I
nice.
need to turn the game down a little bit. It's just a bit too loud for me, but also I don't think it's I want to look on Twitch and see if it's working cuz on OBS it looks like it's not. the sound isn't showing up on Twitch.
Oh, okay. All right. Easy.
That's what I. This is how I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what I wanted. It's easy. Oh yeah, I do gotta turn it down though. Okay.
Link Dead Shed.
That's the one I beat last time. Now we're just on the Tower of Power. This beautiful, beautiful level that's so hard. Oh.
Have I seen you do this one yet?
Yeah. Although
Oh yeah,
you
I
fell
have.
asleep
I
during
have.
it. But that's okay.
Yeah.
I was rambling on along anyway. Okay.
Oh, I had I stole one of my roommates' caffeine seltzers. So
Oh, nice.
tonight.
So you'll be
Yeah.
wired. Oh man.
Yeah.
Missing it. Yeah. Are you remembering this at all?
Yep.
There we go. Ah.
But you have to do it all really quick.
Yeah, which I can do. I've done it a bunch now. I haven't beat the level yet, but I've gotten this far
Nice.
a million times now. Ah.
Ah.
Oh. I think I've gotten pretty close to the end, but not yet.
I don't know
How's
if
your
I
what?
what I don't know if I've seen you get to the first checkpoint or not.
I don't know if there is a checkpoint.
Oh, okay.
Because I've never got to it. And yeah, if you look up there, what just happened, you could see the end of the level up there,
Oh,
like
okay.
the question mark vault. Oh man, just getting warmed up. It's been a little while. Man,
Oh,
that's hard.
yeah.
That part's hard. So yeah, how's your week been?
Uh, pretty good. We went and saw the Lion King musical
Oh,
last
live?
night. Yeah.
That's dope. I love that.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, back in high school.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then I've been going on a lot of hikes.
Oh, nice. Where did you go?
Like Little Spokane River area, Painted Rocks, and I've mostly been walking along the various rivers in the area because I think rivers are cool, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to get into kayaking. I just don't have a
Great.
kayak.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or like,
kayaking. Like
I don't know if there's a
why?
kayaking. Kayaks are kind of uncomfortable. I wish there was like a more comfortable, you know, maybe there is. People like paddleboarding. Maybe
That's
that's a thing.
that's what I got. I got a paddleboard last year, and
Do you like it?
I love it. It's so much more fun
Nice.
than the kayak. Cause yeah, the kayak like hurts my back like real bad.
Yeah.
And the paddleboard like, but the thing with the paddleboard is like I wouldn't take it down like a river unless it was like a really
Right.
chill, slow river.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas like the kayak, you can kind of get into that, right? Like wild river kayaking.
Exactly. It sounds
Sounds
super fun.
sounds pretty exciting. I don't know if it's for me,
And it's another way to like see the landscape from a different perspective, you know?
but
Cuz a
exactly.
lot of yeah, cuz a lot of the river and creek is privately owned, like the land, but
Oh right,
you can still kayak through it.
right.
So, yeah, it could be cool.
Yeah, dude, you should look into it. I think it's a like see if you can. You should go like rent kayaks at places and
It's a
see
good
if you like
see if I'm into it.
enjoy that
Yeah.
feeling and if you can build up. I think like if you build up the muscle
Right.
for it, it's
Right.
probably like it gets more comfortable.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like not when you first do it, it's like, oh man, this is kind of hard. But yeah, but it probably doesn't take that long to just build up that muscle. Maybe like do it a couple times.
do it a few times and just kind of build up that core strength and the arm shoulder muscles and
Yeah.
work on your posture. I think if you keep good
Mhm.
posture, it's probably like a lot better in the long run.
Yeah.
Okay.
What have you been up to this week?
Um, I went on
Oh,
a
oh, oh.
I went on a good hike yesterday, and I did a swim,
Where'd you go?
Lake Samish.
Nice.
Do you know Lake Samish?
I don't actually.
It's the one.
Is
The
it?
freeway goes right by it, right before you get to Bellingham.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know that lake.
So you've seen it, I'm sure. Um,
Yeah.
it's just there's like a cool park in the back, and it's like one of the most beautiful, like serene places, especially in the winter when no one's there.
Nice.
And yeah, my favorite place to go swim. And yeah, I didn't really. I guess I shouldn't say swam. I just sort of got in the water and like sat on a rock for a while
Right on.
because it's really cold right now, and I haven't. I'm like out of practice, so it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt so good. And then yeah, I've just
That's
been.
awesome, man. I should go swimming or just sit in a body of water.
Yeah, dude, the cold plunge is so good for you. It's
Yeah.
like a drug, man. Like you feel good like all day. Like
Damn.
afterwards, it's like obviously it's pretty
Mm,
uncomfortable when you're getting in the water, but it's so worth it. Just the like after effect.
yeah.
And once you get good at it, you start to enjoy the cold water even in the moment.
Mhm.
Like once I got through the initial like shock, I actually was able to like stay in there for a few minutes and just be like, "Oh, I love this." It's like so it's so stimulating,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the saw, man, it's so hard. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I did a bunch of writing and working.
Cool.
I wrote the merchant scene last week,
Huh.
and
Yeah. Are you happy with it?
I am. It took a surprising turn. Oh
Oh,
no! That's the furthest I've ever gotten.
really?
Dang, I got.
You just hit that. Did you hit that little yellow thing on the edge?
Yeah. If I had it, I was just
Uh.
like so eager. I was like, oh, I gotta get over there before this thing falls.
Oh my god.
Okay, now I know what's coming.
It should give you a checkpoint, man.
I don't know. It's a hard level, but it's not that long.
True.
But yeah, a checkpoint would be nice. But yeah, the merchant scene ended up really surprising me. It took a different turn than I was expecting.
Oh.
After our conversation, I ended up giving him a bit more of like a sensible reason to be in the forest,
Mm-hmm.
other than just trying to sell things to lost travelers. He's selling wheat to the elves at a premium because they're so deep in the forest that wheat is like really expensive and difficult for them to get a hold of.
What do the elves use the wheat for?
Make bread.
Make bread? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't call it lembas bread, but if people
Right.
want to think of it like that, they can.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Because they're in a forest, they're elves.
And they're making bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that part made a little bit more sense, but I also got even more absurd with it, where he has like a whole like market stall set up just in the middle of this cursed forest, and and then the big thing I added, the big thing that's changed the whole like there's a whole new chapter now that I hadn't planned out, but so instead of just selling like a map and a compass, he's selling a fairy in a bottle. And
Okay.
the significance of that is that in the Weirwood, humans need a fairy guide to get through the Weirwood. And
Sure. Okay.
there's these hunters that do that will come up later in the book. But I've established this lore that in the Weirwood, if you're a human, you need a fairy guide to get you through, or else you're gonna
Mm.
get lost and cursed and like consumed by some spirit or monster. And and they have the Farium, right? And they have Tom, but they're from the Winderwild, and so they don't
Ah.
actually know their way around the forest.
Right.
And so they're making the Farium lead them because that's sort of like the tradition of the forest, And they're like, this will probably at least give us the best advantage, even though we don't know where we're going. But
Mm-hmm.
Farium leads them to the merchant, and he's selling a fairy in a bottle. And so there's just some fun bantering going on because the Farium's all pissed off that he's like selling a fairy in a bottle.
Yeah.
And Tom's making jokes and stuff. But it turns out this fairy, they buy the fairy because they're like, we need a fairy guide. And so like begrudgingly, Farium agrees that they need to buy the fairy. And then it turns out to be this fairy named Kojiro. And he's a drunk and
Oh no.
like kind of just this like greasy drunk fairy that deals in like
Why did
what
the deals in what?
love potions and is kind of he's just always trying to get a drink. So like they buy the fairy in the bottle and he's sleeping, and they wake him up and open the bottle, and they're like, "All right, guide us to Dama Verde, which is the place they're trying to go next." And he's like, "I'll do it for a drink, you know, like you have to give me a drink." And they're like, "We just bought you, like you have to do what I say." And then the merchant's there, and he's like, "You know, I just so happen to have his favorite honey wine, and for a modest fee, you know." And so they're all like pissed off, but they buy the drink,
So
and
so I I sell you guys an alcoholic fairy, and then I sell you alcohol
in
to
order
give to the fairy.
to give to the fairy so that he'll actually guide us. um,
Damn.
Classic merchant shenanigans.
Yeah. I'm the fucking Ferengi, dude.
Kind of. I mean, it's not you. It's the character you created.
Oh yeah. It's the
Um,
merchant.
it's the merchant. You know, I'm not trying to say anything about you or your integrity. Or
Right.
I don't
Right.
think
Right.
you're a sleazeball like the
Right.
merchant
Right.
is. But it's fun to write like the merchant character as a
Yeah.
sleazeball. And oh,
And I'm
didn't see
ripping
that
off
coming.
the elves.
Ripping off everyone you can.
Yeah.
Um,
The merchant is.
the merchant is, yeah.
That is to say.
Right. I mean, it's fun. I like how you're like, so I'm doing this and that, and but
Well, yeah, it was fun to be it was fun to act like the merchant, especially
yeah,
to
I mean,
David.
oh yeah, dude. That's the very first, or not the very first, but that's David's first scene is a conversation with the merchant. I think I told you about that already.
Yeah,
Selling them
you
vegetables.
did.
um, but now that Kojiro's involved, the thing about Kojiro is I made up Kojiro before Wizard's Quest.
Oh,
He was in the old version of the story
oh,
back when I was in like seventh grade, and I just named him after a chicken in Zelda,
ah,
and then I don't know why, but he just turned into this sort of like seducer drunk character. Um,
yeah.
I guess I just thought it was a funny like you don't see like a
No,
sleazy, slimy drunk fairy very
no, you don't.
often. Oh.
Like if Navi was drunk.
Yeah, like Navi
Yeah.
just like was like drunk and like fucked up all the time.
So how does he do as the tour guide through the forest?
I'm still kind of working that part out, like, because it's still like a spiritual kind of thing, and I have this scene. One of the last things I wrote is like he talks to the wizard, and he's like, "Dude, you're like way too gloomy. You're bringing the party down." And I think that's gonna like be affecting like the navigation in a way. Um,
Yeah.
and so to cheer the wizard up, he's gonna get his love potions out. And so I brought Kojiro back in, and then that night I had a Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh shit, that's what the next chapter should be. It's like my like a Wizard's Quest version of a Midsummer's Night's Dream. So I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna play out, but I've already kind of established that Ilia, the elf, is sort of infatuated with the wizard,
Mm.
and Kojiro's like trying to encourage the wizard to like go for it with her because Kojiro wants to cheer up the wizard because the wizard's like slowing everything down, and
Yeah.
because he's still all lovesick after the pirate queen, and
Hmm.
and so I think Ilia is gonna like steal or buy a love potion from Kojiro, and she's gonna try to use it on the wizard, but somehow it's gonna end up on Tom. And then Tom's gonna suddenly be in love with Ilya, and Ilya's in love with the wizard, and
I like it. It
and
is like
then
a classic
it's classic. It's the Midsummer's
tale.
Night's Dream, you know. It's just like
Yeah.
love potions, creating love triangles. Uh, and then I'm stuck on. I'm trying to decide Ferium's role in this. I established that Ferium already knows Kojiro, and that they had some kind of like past romance that I don't get the
Okay.
details of, but they reference it in their
Mhm.
meeting. Um,
Yeah.
and so I'm not sure if it's just Ferium and Kojiro, or I'm thinking maybe Ferium has feelings for Tom, and then seeing Tom go after Ilya like pisses her off.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe both. I don't know. I'm torn on whether to give Tom and Ferium like romantic chemistry or just have them be friends.
Yeah.
Because I guess I like both ideas a lot.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do like one or the other. Uh,
Oh, damn.
and so the next chapter is just gonna be them like all freaking getting caught up in dramatic love triangles. And so that should be fun. And then that'll feed into the next part where they're gonna go to Dama Verde, which is like a fairy village. And I don't know, the love triangles could keep going on or something, but basically the wizard's going to like
Fairy orgy, probably.
maybe a fairy orgy. Yeah. I'm trying to keep it family friendly though.
No, yeah. Um, no, that's fun. I like that. So you said Farium and Kajiro probably had a pass thing.
They had something. Like,
So Farium should comment on Kajiro's drunkenness all of the time, probably, or some of the time.
oh yeah, Farium recognizes Kojiro before they buy him, and she's pissed. She's like, ah, Kojiro, like, and
Yeah,
uh, and then Kojiro, like, they have this interaction when she wakes up Kojiro, and he like tries to flirt with her, and she's like, don't you remember me? And then he's like, oh, how could I forget that night in the Talian meadows? The stars aligned for us. And then the Farium like kind of blushes and is quiet about it. And
yeah.
I think that's the extent of the backstory I want to provide. Like you kind of have to use your
Oh, damn.
imagination
To fill in the rest.
to fill in the rest of like how far they went,
Yeah.
or how close they got. But she sort of goes quiet when he says that. So he still has some like sway, some charm that she's vulnerable to.
Mhm.
And then I don't know if like the wizard, like I don't, maybe Ilya can be like a rebound kind of thing for the wizard in a way after his heartache. I'm a bit torn on it because originally the plan was for him to just like either be alone or like find a fairy girlfriend while he's in the fairy city.
Sorry.
Um,
Yeah.
but ultimately his true romance is going to pick up in the next book, with
Hmm.
a human.
Yeah.
So I'm like I'm kind of like, yeah, like how much romance do I want to put in this, and like I'm kind of leaning towards having the wizard be like sort of interested, but like not ready to move on.
Yeah.
And then Ilya's just like obsessed with him, and then Tom ends up roofied and obsessed with her. Oh, and then the Ferium can get kind of jealous, and then she's more vulnerable to seduction from Kojiro after she sees
Oh
Tom
yeah.
going after Ilya.
Right.
And then everyone will just be kind of pissed off at the end of that chapter, I think. And like things will be tense.
Yeah.
How did Midsummer's Night's Dream end? Do you remember?
I do not remember how Midsummer's Night's Dream ended.
I think it's happy, right? I think they end up finding like their true love and getting married and stuff.
That'd be cool.
I mean, there's a bunch of characters in it.
Yeah.
This one will all end in tears. My chapter, that's the plan.
I envisioned everyone just yelling at each other. Like they're all like eating or something and they're all trying to have conversation and then it just blows up.
That's a good. I like that. I think I might do that. Like, yeah, they like try to keep it casual, and it just gets like more and more tense and terse.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That's a good like aftermath too. Like kind of like the dust has settled and everyone's like unhappy except
Yeah.
Kojiro.
How do they get out of the woods?
Well, so Kojiro's gonna lead them to the fairy village, and then he's gonna abandon them because
Mm.
they they should have asked him to get them out of the woods, but they only asked him to uh, get to the fairy village, which was actually intentional because Farium wants a better fairy guide than Kojiro, and so if he can get them to the fairy
Yeah.
village, they can get a better guide. But
Yeah.
things aren't going to go as planned in the fairy village,
Oh.
and they're basically going to have to like escape the fairy village, so they won't have a guide.
Oh.
And um, and then like I was saying before, I don't have. This is like the least planned out of the 7 volumes, the 7 books.
Yeah.
So I don't really know exactly the details of what happens next, but I think they
Mm.
basically. I don't know. Maybe the Farium gets kind of gets her bearings after spending time in the fairy city, so she's like more effective as a guide, but still not perfect.
Mm.
And I think they're going to deal with the hunters who see them as animals because they've spent so much time with the fairies.
Yeah.
And so the hunters see them as like legendary beasts instead of as people and are trying to kill them.
Mm.
And and then they get away from the hunters and Ilya's gone. It's just the fairy and Tom and the wizard. And the wizard's like real sad. And I just have this vision of like Tom and the Farium holding the wizard's hands as they like try to guide him through the remainder of the forest, and it's just sort of this
Yeah.
really melancholy ending.
Yeah.
But then they get out of the forest, and the wizard sort of lets go, like he's been kind of like holding on to things this whole time, and then he sort of like lets go, lets himself break down a little bit, and
Yeah.
they get back to Honoria, which is like this kingdom across the sea from Port Sopolis, where they're trying to get to. And Tom and the Farium are like, "We're with you now, and you'll be able to see us because you're entering civilization with us this time." And then the wizard actually is like, "No, you guys need to go to you guys need to go back home. And I
Oof.
won't explain it. It's starting to get too deep into the lore, I think, but essentially, they've lost track of where the necromancer is, but they know that in the spring
Right.
he has to return to the mountain where the book
Mhm.
started to like perform his
Yeah.
ritual. And so
Mhm.
the wizard is like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the necromancer in time. And he's like, you two need to go back to your homeland and prepare to guard that mountain.
Yeah.
And so he sends them away. And so it ends with just the wizard on his own, his clothes in tatters, walking through the snowy wheat fields of Dursum, or to the city of Dursum, where the next book will take place.
Gotcha.
And the next book might be my favorite, part 6.
Mhm.
Like, I'm so excited for that one.
Well, do you want to tell me about part 6?
Sure,
Or is it 2? Yeah.
I can if this is interesting to you. You
It
know,
is.
um, I think it'll be a lot better in book form. But
Yeah.
part 6, so Dursum is the wizard's home, and or it's near his home. It's like his homeland, um, and it's kind of just this like city in the middle of the wheat fields,
Yeah.
um, with a big waterfall in it, and there's this huge library, and uh, the library is where he like did a lot of his training to become a wizard.
Mhm.
It's not like a wizard library. It's just regular people that run the library.
Right.
And well, an elf is in charge of it, but no one realizes he's an elf.
Uh,
And because people in Dursum don't really necessarily believe in magic that much,
yeah.
but the wizard goes back to the library because he knows he can trust Ezra, which is the name of the elf that runs the library, um,
Gotcha.
and he wants to study necromancy, and he knows that the necromancer is also involved in like Dursum high society, and so he's like
Yeah.
sort of trying to sleuth out where the necromancer is because the necromancer has Calliope, and or he's assuming he doesn't actually know what happened to Calliope because the last time he saw her was on the pirate ship, but he goes to the library, and he's basically just studying necromancy, trying to do his best to learn all he can.
Mhm.
And oh, I just did that was like a frame perfect jump right into a spike.
That was pretty good.
But yeah, I think that's like kind of hard to do. Uh, but so in the library, he's studying necromancy, and the head librarian is just this like girl that he never talked to growing up, but he would stare at her, and
Hmm.
he doesn't think she recognizes him, and he's super paranoid after being like betrayed in book 4. So he's like going by a fake name, and he's wearing a disguise. Um,
Hmm.
but this girl, who's like the head librarian now, she keeps spying on him, and finally like he like discovers her, and she's just like, I just noticed you're checking out like some really interesting books. Most people don't learn about necromancy, and she basically like had feigns like a professional interest in what he's doing, and then starts helping him study. And they find a book that that he recognizes. He's like, oh, this is like the same magic that these necromancers use. And Calendula is the girl's name. She's like, or she's not a girl, she's a woman, a young woman. Um, she's like, I can figure out who checked this book out last, you know, because she's the head librarian and has access to that
Mhm.
information. And so they find out it's like this guy, this businessman in Dursum, named Doran, that I'm a big fan of as a character. He's just sort of this like, he's kind of like an Italian mafia stereotype a little bit, but
Yeah.
hopefully once I actually start writing him, he'll be a little more nuanced than that. But he's kind of just this
Yeah.
like portly, short, fancy man that loves business and scheming.
Uh huh.
And so the story gets really kind of, it starts to get really like kind of almost convoluted. Hopefully not convoluted, but kind of like just complicated because
Yeah.
the wizard wants a meeting with Doran and then finds out that Calendula's brother is actually working for him. And so Calendula takes the wizard to the city to meet her
Mhm.
brother to talk about getting a meeting. And and then the wizard and Calendula sort of go on a date. And it's really sweet and romantic. And then
Yeah.
at the end, though, Calendula kind of corners him in an alleyway, and it's like they're about to make out, and then she's like, "Show me magic," and she reveals to him that she knows he's not Rocky, he's the wizard, and she remembers him from his training at the library. Um,
Yeah.
and the wizard panics and denies it and runs off because he's still
Yeah.
scared. You know, he doesn't. He's like, oh my god, like she knows who I am, and he's wondering if she's
Yeah.
like working for the necromancer, and he's already shared so many like secrets with her.
Yeah.
And so he panics, but he still goes to meet with her brother, and her brother
Mhm.
that night. Um, oh!
Oh.
Oh
So
man,
if you get that green thing, you win.
yeah. I should
Oh
have
my
done a regular
god.
jump, not a spin jump. Okay. This is kind of hard, like describing the story and playing this game, but it's fun.
Yeah. It's got to be a good mental exercise.
It's definitely that.
Oh, gee. Uh.
But so,
So where were
so,
we?
so her brother was like, "I'll get you a meeting with Doran if you help me with this architecture thing I'm working on." Her brother is in architecture school, and so
Okay.
he goes to meet up with her brother that night, and turns out he's not actually an architect. It's just his cover, and he's an art thief. And he tells
Oh.
the wizard, he's like, actually, the deal is, I need you to help me steal a painting tonight, and in return, I'll get you that meeting with Dorn.
Okay.
And so the wizard's kind of torn up because he loves Calendula, but like they just had that kind of falling out after a really romantic day together.
Yeah.
But he goes ahead and helps out. He's like, I need to do this, and ah,
Ah.
um, so there's like a fun heist scene where they break into like a fancy building in Dursum, like a museum or parliament or something, and uh, and they steal this painting, and this painting is of this singer woman who died before the wizard was born, but she was this famous diva who uh, famous diva. This is like mega spoilers too for the story, but
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's watching, so. But so she's this famous diva, and this famous painter made this famous painting of her, and famous painter made a famous painting of the famous diva, and they steal the painting, and they find out that, or the wizard finds out that morning they've been up all night stealing this painting. They meet up with a man named Lysander Keita, and he was the fiance of the diva and wanted this painting because he was so in love with her,
Yeah.
and this painting was like so good, and it's like it belongs with me and stuff, and so that's why he's hired this fake architect to steal it.
Hmm.
And they talk to Lysander Keita, and he's kind of cool and like just this older man, but he's like a legendary hero from the generation before. He was like a chariot racer, and
Yeah.
found this like legendary sword,
Oh,
um,
cool.
and stuff, and he's got a whole backstory, which I'm also writing another book about him and his adventures
Nice.
in the past. So it's pretty cool to work on.
Yeah.
Uh, but so they talk to him, and they're talking about love, and Lysander Keita's like, he's like, you should do anything for love, no matter what it takes. And
Hmm.
the wizard really takes that to heart, and so he starts feeling better about Calendula. They give Lysander Keita the painting. Um, Kanto, which is Calendula's brother, is he's like, I'll get you that meeting tomorrow with Doran, no problem. So the
Hmm.
wizard goes back to the library, and he's determined he wants to talk to Calendula and tell her the truth. And so he's sitting at his desk and he's studying, and then Calendula comes in and slams books on the table for him and starts to march off. And he's all like, wait, and he kind of chases her through the library. And then they have this like romantic conversation in a broom cupboard
Hmm.
where he just comes clean, and he's like, I'm sorry I lied to you, but I'm like doing some crazy shit, and there's people trying to kill me, and I got betrayed recently,
Yeah.
and just explains to her like why he's so scared and upset, and then they make out in the broom cupboard, and
Yeah.
and then once they're done in the broom cupboard with whatever they were doing in the broom cupboard,
Yeah.
they oh man, that jump.
Right.
They go out, and Calenda's like, "Oh, this book! I found this book. I think it's on track for like what you're looking for." And they look in the book, and
Hmm.
it's talking about, they've been reading all these books about necromancy, right? And they find this one that's a little different, and it's about bringing like loved ones back from the dead. And
Yeah.
it mentions the way to do it is you need to find ideally a piece of art that contains the soul of the person. And
Ah.
the famous artist was known for being able to capture the soul of whatever he was painting.
Hmm.
And they're reading that, and then the wizard puts two and two together. And he's like, oh, fuck. Lysander Keita is the necromancer.
Is the necromancer?
I
Yeah.
just stole the painting
Ah,
for him that
shit.
he's going to use. And
To.
something I haven't explained, but I will in the book, is that Calliope also contains a piece of the diva's soul, and that's part of why she's good at singing. She has the diva's
Ah.
voice, and
Yeah.
they realize because they read this book and they know it was, you know, like, or I don't know if they know that Lysander read it at this point, but they're like, they can tell it's like this is what's going on, and the wizard puts it all together, and he's like, Lysander Keita is going to kill Calliope to try to revive
Hmm.
his like lost love, and
Yeah.
that's like the mystery solved basically of the whole series, and
Yeah.
the wizard is like, oh fuck, I just made the biggest mistake, and comes clean to Calendula even
Yeah.
more about how her brother's not an architect and they spent the night stealing the painting. And and then they go, and then they're like, they realize they're like, he got the painting, so he's gonna go
Yeah.
now, back across the sea to Alejo, where the story started, and he has to do the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's an exciting chase scene at the end of the book where like Calendula and the wizard get on horses and they try to make for the harbor at Luca as fast as they can.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a checkpoint,
Nice.
and at the checkpoint they find Lysander Keita, and they're about to catch up to him, and then Lysander Keita starts doing some wicked necromancy, and he revives
Right.
a bunch of skeletons from a battlefield that are going to kill all
Yeah.
these people at the checkpoint. And so the wizard has to make a blizzard to like smother all the
Oh.
skeletons and save everyone's life, but in the process, Lysander Keita gets away. And
Yeah.
and
Damn.
that's like the end of the book. And
He gets away with the painting.
with the painting and with Calliope wherever she's at. Actually, I was thinking
Right.
they might see or like hear Calliope like call out from a carriage in that scene.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's been like 2 whole books since we've seen or heard from Calliope.
Mm.
The name of the book is The Wizard and Calliope, or Calliope and the Wizard. So,
Right.
but so they, so that's the end of that book, and then there's book 7, which is they take a ship across the sea. It's pretty uneventful. It's the end of winter, because the first day of spring is the day they're going to do the ritual. So it's been a year since the first book.
Yeah.
And they go across the sea. It's kind of uneventful, but the wizard has these bones that I think I told you about last week.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know the nature of the bones, but Ezra, the elf in the
Right.
library, was like, you should take these bones with you and find Taru
Mm-hmm.
Samudra on the top of Mount Madron.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be there. She'll tell you the significance of these bones. And
Yeah.
and so him and Calendula, they get their camping gear together and climbing gear because they're about to go into the mountains at the end of winter, which is like the worst time to mountain climb.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got really no other choice. And as they're on their way there, they're camping, and I'm really excited for this scene. They're camping, and in the like right at dawn, in the early bits of the morning, the wizard steps out of his tent, and Lysander Keita just walks right up to him out in the middle of nowhere, and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "I'm unarmed. I'm not here to fight." And he basically is just like, he's like trying to kind of flatter the wizard, but trying to scare him at the same time. And
Yeah.
he's like, look, if you just stay out of this, like we can work together and be like a really powerful duo. And he's taught like,
Yeah.
like, I really respect your power. He is
Uh-huh.
really amazed by the wizard because the wizard's managed to like get out of the weirwood and like get through all this stuff. So he tries to make an
Yeah.
appeal. And of course, the wizard's like, no way, get lost. You're
Right.
horrible, and we know what you're planning on doing to that poor little girl
Yeah.
for such a selfish reason. And
Right.
and so he's like, all right. And he's like, but if you show up and get in my way, I'm gonna kill you. And
Yeah.
so Lysander Keita walks away, and then Calendula comes out, and she's like, what happened? The wizard's like, that was him. And the wizard's super demoralized. He's like, he didn't even bring weapons. Like, how am I gonna
Yeah.
beat this guy? He's like so confident and so much more powerful than me. And then Calendula's
Yeah.
all like, hold up, if he really was that powerful, if he really wasn't afraid of you, he wouldn't have bothered to talk to you at all right now.
Yeah.
And she kind of flips the narrative for the wizard, and it's like, she's like, look, like, he's terrified, you know.
Yeah.
And the wizard's like, all right, yeah, you know, like motivates him, but he's still not sure. He's still kind of like, he's like, ah, fuck, I don't know if I can actually beat this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's not only is he the necromancer, but he's like the freaking hero that the wizard like
Mm-hmm.
grew up learning about, you know. You know, it'd be like if Michael Jordan was like the necromancer. You know what I mean?
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, I can't beat Michael Jordan. You have to beat him in basketball too, by the way.
Yeah.
You have to beat him at his own game. And you know, like the fuck. Uh,
Yeah.
so they go up the mountain, and there's a big blizzard, and they're basically gonna die. But Taru Samudra shows up. I think maybe with some sled dogs or something, and saves them.
Mm-hmm.
And Taru Samudra she's like the goddess of the sea, but
Okay.
she's more than just the goddess of the sea. Her and Pasana Sila like created the world
Yeah.
together. Ah, ah.
Oh.
Oh man, this level's so good though. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh
the
man, it's
hardest one
just
so far, but it's like I am enjoying it thoroughly.
yeah.
But Sue, this is where things get even more complex because Taro Samudra knows about the bones, and she so the bones belong to Pasana Sila, the guy, her husband basically, who she created the world with,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, um, well, we had this plan, and so she basically just like reveals to the wizard, she's like, you are a sort of reincarnation of Pasana Sila. Like, you're not just his successor as the wizard. You carry a piece of his soul. And she said we had this plan that when you got older, we could try to revive Pasana Sila with his bones and with you. Uh,
Yeah.
Essentially, the same thing that Keita is gonna do to Calliope and the diva, right? Revive the diva
Right.
and sacrifice Calliope.
Right.
And in this case, it's a little bit more. You know, Taru Samudra is a lot more on a higher level than Keita, so it's less likely to end in tragedy. But there's no
Mm-hmm.
guarantees. She's never brought someone back to life before, as powerful as she is.
Right.
Um,
Right.
Because strictly speaking, she's only half goddess, um, and doesn't necessarily even have the power to create life,
Yeah.
let alone bring someone back from the dead. But Pasana Sila has been alive for billions of years. He's older than the planet
Mm-hmm.
itself,
Yeah.
and his reincarnated soul is like with her in that moment as the wizard, and so she's like, look, you're not powerful enough to take on Lysander Keita, but Pasana Sila
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And so the wizard has to make the tough call of sacrificing himself to become Pasana Sila.
Right.
And Taru can't get involved because she made an oath of like sort of not interfering in the lives of mortals at some point, and she's
Mm-hmm.
like bound to that. Pasana Sila made the oath too, but since he died, the oath is null and void. So he could come
Yeah.
back and save the day. And
Yeah.
basically, it's really sad because the wizard is finally found someone that he loves in
Yeah.
Calendula, and he has to not only risk his life, but even if the operation is successful, like he probably won't be the wizard anymore. He'll be this other guy.
Right.
You know, like the wizard might still be in there, but the wizard's life is so short compared to this like godlike being, Pisana Sila.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and but he kind of does the opposite of Lysander Keita, in that he decides to sacrifice himself so that he can save Calliope.
Yeah.
And so Taru has this crazy like ice crystal laboratory up in the mountains, and they basically drain all the wizard's blood and soak Pisana Sila's bones in the blood, and maybe do some other like magical like whooshing sounds or something, and cross their fingers and hope that it works.
Yeah.
You know, so basically, like the wizard, there's no going back. The wizard's gonna die if it doesn't work.
Yeah. Right.
And Calendula's super sad, and the wizard's super sad, but they're both like, you know, they're not selfish people, right? So they make the decision
Yeah.
together. They're like, yeah, you have to save the girl and
Yeah.
save the child. And so they go through the procedure,
And
and
so sad.
the procedure works though, and
Right.
but it's not. Pisana Sila wakes up, uh, and his skeleton sort of has the ability to like project a body.
Yeah.
And he basically has split personality syndrome when he wakes up between the wizard and Pisana Sila, and they can't control
Oh.
it. So they're like switching back and forth between the
Oh.
two. And so there's some goofy hijinks as he
Right.
tries to get his bearings, and they try to explain to Pisana Sila like how he died and what's going on in the world, and the wizard's all confused, and they're like, it worked, but you're kind of not in control of yourself all the time.
Damn.
But once they kind of get everyone on the same page, Pisana Sila's like, all right, it's on. Like I gotta take this guy out, and
Yeah.
Pisana Sila just goes God mode and like flies into the scene at the last moment when the ritual's like taking place, and there's a big war going on
Hmm.
at the bottom of the
Yeah.
mountain between all the fairy folk, like the Wart and his goblins, and Tom and the elves and the Fairyum, all fighting with
Hmm.
a bunch of uh, undead and like necromancer wizards and stuff.
Yeah.
But the Pisana Sila wizard just like kind of bypasses all that with his powers, and then confronts Keita up on the top of the mountain doing the ritual,
Hmm.
and then they have an epic wizard duel, and there's still tension because while Pisana Sila, you know, is overpowered and could just win the fight, he keeps reverting back into the wizard, and
Oh, yeah.
they get disoriented whenever that happens, and the wizard, you know, the wizard isn't necessarily as powerful, and so Lysander
Right.
Keita keeps getting the upper hand, and so there's still some tension in the battle, you know, in the final
Right.
battle. It's not
Right.
just like God wins, you know.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, this is like the end of the book, pretty much.
Yeah.
The battle takes place, and it's really exciting, and all kinds of crazy magic stuff's happening. Um, and I haven't fully committed to this idea yet, but I think the wizard is gonna be like about to lose, and like Lysander Cates is all pissed, and he's like, "You hypocrite!" Like he realizes what happened and how the wizard did the same. same thing,
Yeah.
but Keita has the diva's body like preserved in a crystal or
Yeah.
something, and the wizard's like he's like fallen down, he's lost his staff, he's like backed into a corner or backed up against the cliff, and Lysander's about to do the final blow on him. Lysander Keita. But the wizard is right next to the preserved body of the diva, the dead diva.
Yeah.
Who's maybe technically not dead. She's like barely alive or something. She's only mostly dead. But I'm thinking in that moment, the wizard just kicks her off the cliff. And Keita just
And that
goes
distracts.
goes
Yeah.
fucking nuts because that's it. That's his ritual is over. And
Right.
there's no point to kill Calliope because he just lost the body off of this like 2 mile high cliff. And
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure Keita just jumps off the cliff to kill himself because he's so obsessed.
Oh wow.
He's so
Yeah.
fucked up. He's spent his whole life, because he was a young man when she died, and now he's like old, and he's spent his whole life trying to bring her back.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, yeah, it's just like the wizard kind of kills her, but it's and then Lysander kills himself, and then Calliope lives, and the wizard lives.
Yeah.
And
But the wizard will. What does the wizard eventually just turn fully not to being the wizard anymore?
that's another thing I haven't really decided. I think
Hmm.
because after that, it's like I think there's a sweet like reunion where the wizard and Calliope get to hug and be together again
Yeah.
because they're kind of like
Yeah.
brother and sister or father and daughter at this point, and he saved her, and the story's like over, and so there's that relief, and then they go back down the mountain to Imahal, which is this cool like lodge where the story started, and there's like a sweet scene of Calliope singing while a bunch of the characters from the story are like sitting around listening to her sing.
Yeah.
And I just have this image in my head of you have Calendula and Taru Samudra there, and this question of like, who is he now? Is he Pasanasila or is he the wizard? And I think I've like gone through a lot of different ideas of that, and I think he's just gonna say that he's something new. He's not really either of them, but they're starting to like fuse into one like new being, and just kind of leave it at that. I don't know. Is that too unsatisfying? Does he need to like pick
No, I don't think so.
Calendula or pick
I don't
Taru
think
or
there's a
something?
need to. No, I don't think there's a need for that.
Yeah. Because honestly, I don't know. It's like I've gone back and forth on like which way he goes, but I'm thinking of like in Wizard's Quest, the wizard was all powerful, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
so that this is like how he becomes that being that he is in Wizard's Quest. This is his origin story, so to speak. And so yeah, he's the wizard Pasanasila after that. He's like a combination of these two beings.
Yeah.
And I think and then so, after that I do want to make sequels, but I want them to be video games about uh, the other characters, the side characters, like Tom and the
Right.
Ferrum and the Wart and David and Galen and Maeve. And I think the wizard will be in those games, but he'll be like the wizard in Wizard's Quest, where he's just like at the bar all the time, at the tavern, and kind of guides you and stuff. But he's not like a main character.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that, I can kind of hint at things like, and maybe just confuse people. There can be scenes where he's like with Taru, and then scenes where he's with Calendula, scenes where he's hanging
Yeah.
out with Calliope, um, but maybe never fully answer the question of like, who does he end up with, or like kind of
Mm-hmm.
leave it open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Ugh. But yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. I really like how it ends.
I do too. Do you think it's a good idea to have him kill the diva?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
She's already dead. Like, the only
Right.
way to save her is to kill a little girl,
Yeah,
and everybody knows it at that point. But the wizard
exactly.
doesn't kill anyone. She's the first person he kills in the whole story. Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just something about that ending I like. I guess because it's just a good like. I feel like it's a good description of kind of like the evil obsession and how it ultimately ends in death,
Yeah.
and like kind of killing himself. Kind of that Tolkien
Well, it's not.
philosophy.
Right, right. It's not like the wizard overpowers him, the necromancer.
Right. He just kind of gets an opportunity and sort of not even outsmarts him, just sort of realizes like, oh, this is what it all
Yeah.
hinges on, and if I
Right.
don't, you're gonna kill me, and then you're gonna kill that little girl. That
Yeah.
my whole like job is to protect her. And ugh. And one thing I haven't thought about is what the merchant's doing in book 6 and 7, but I think I want him there.
There's always a place for the merchant.
I know he can sell camping supplies to Calendula and the wizard in Port Stopolis.
Yeah. Yeah,
He can.
Port Stopless, obviously there can be a merchant.
Yeah. He can. In book 6, he can sell them food on their date.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's gonna start remembering the wizard. Oh. Do you see this?
You did it.
Do you see this?
You did it.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. Holy shit.
Yeah, that might have been the longest one so far.
That was amazing.
I wonder how much. I should set up timers for these.
Right.
I don't really want to, but oh, we're going to a whole new world.
Dude, it's a whole new world. You did it, man.
I love this song though.
So good.
Whoa. What's sabroso? Sabroso. Is it like sweet?
Sabroso. I don't know.
Or maybe it's savory. Tasty. That was close.
Tasty.
Spanish for tasty. Alright, let's see what they've got. Okay. Okay. One of
Just
these.
immediately falls into the. Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh. I thought it was gonna fall faster. That is deceptively hard. Yeah, so do you think it makes sense? Does the story make sense?
Yeah, I think the story makes sense.
Okay. That's the thing I'm the most worried about,
I
because
followed.
I'm so like close to it.
Can you jump through the blue thing on this?
What blue thing? The blue coin?
No, the blue like stem that's above the snappy thing.
Oh, the like the bone thing? No,
Oh yeah, probably not.
I don't think so. I guess I could try. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
that'd be nice. Yeah, that's a tight little window.
That's a tough jump.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
wait,
Oh,
what? Oh, I have to fall faster.
yeah. Boom. Boom.
Nope. What? I have to do a really tiny jump there, I think. Oh man, Quickie World's so good.
Damn. Boom. Boom. Ah.
Need momentum on that. I can't hesitate.
Gotta
That's the
go
thing when
for
you
it.
first start the game. There's a little note that's like, just go fast and don't hesitate, and everything will be all right. Largely, it's true.
Yeah.
Quickie World is the Quickie World. Everything's got to be quickie. Like that. you have tomorrow off?
I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, really? On President's Day?
Yeah, we don't get President's Day off.
That's illegal.
We get floating holidays.
Oh,
So
so you can
floating
choose.
holiday just instead of certain like federal holidays or whatever, we just get a free holiday. So it actually is kind of cool
Like you
because
get
then
to
you can
choose.
pick. Yeah. So like, and there's nothing going on tomorrow at work anyway. It's just so. I mean, but I do have to do my. I have some phone appointments. I think in the morning.
That's cool. That I mean that is better
Yeah.
than just
Yeah.
whenever you want it instead of. I never do President's Day. Although
Yeah.
I might tomorrow. I've been busy lately.
Yeah. Yeah. How's work going?
Oh, it's fine. It's just work.
Yeah, I feel that.
There's
I feel the
plenty
same
going,
way.
which is nice because
Yeah.
last year was crazy slow. Like
Oh yeah.
I was starting to be like, do I have to move back in with my mom or something? It was starting to look untenable for a second.
Yeah.
Things are flowing again, so I think it'll be all right. As long as the economy doesn't totally shipwreck here in the next couple years,
Mhm.
which it might. Oh, what? That's so like I don't really know what to do there. I feel like that one was Mario's fault. Seemed like he didn't
Fucked
put
up Mario.
all the effort he could have into that jump. I still haven't played Zelda, the Echoes of Wisdom game.
Oh yeah.
I've been so busy, and I'm playing this other game, Ghost of Yotei,
Mhm.
and I think it's the most beautiful game I've ever played.
Really?
It's
What's it
so
called?
Ghost of Yotei. It's like
Uh
set
huh.
in like the Japanese countryside in like the
Yeah.
samurai age, and I guess it's not perfectly beautiful. It has the most beautiful landscapes of any game I've ever played. Uh, but it's
Nice.
more of a photorealistic design, so the characters are kind of hit or miss, I'd say. And
Yeah.
sometimes they're pretty like uncanny and weird looking,
Mm.
which is pretty common in games like that.
Yeah. Sorry, what's it called one more time?
Ghost of Yotei.
Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, you should look it up. It's like there's some just crazy beautiful like weather physics. Like the weather's always changing, and there's like clouds flying overhead,
Nice.
and like in the morning there'll be like that thin layer of fog on the ground, and just really
Mhm.
really awesome like environmental like art basically. And but it's a long game, and it's really fun, but I don't want to like play it all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'll play it in kind of smaller chunks, and then I'll be like, all right, I need to like set it down. I'm sort of savoring it, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
But I kind of want to beat that before I get into another like story-driven game like Zelda.
Yeah.
I also bought Final Fantasy VII Remake
I never got into Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I never got super into it. I played 10 back in high school, but I didn't. I don't usually like RPG turn-based kind of stuff, and I did the classic thing where you like skip a bunch of battles and then you get to a boss and it's just impossible because you haven't leveled up enough.
Hmm.
And so I never beat it. But there
Yeah.
was a lot I liked about it. Like it was really pretty and had this really cool music and setting. Really bad voice acting. That was kind of funny.
Oh yeah. That's par for the course.
Especially back then with just like bad
Yeah.
translations, you know. Oops. But Final Fantasy VII Remake, I watched my friend play a bunch of it when it came out, but I never like saw the end, and it's just been kind of lingering in my head. And it's a little bit like it's more fun than a turn-based RPG. It has a really interesting kind of hybrid action RPG
Yeah.
fighting style in it that I haven't tried. I just watched my friend do it, but it looked really fun.
Yeah.
And it was only $14 for a used copy, so it's like, all right,
Yeah, that's not
I
bad.
gotta get that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't like this level as much.
Tough.
It's a good one though.
Tough.
It's teaching me good like jumping fundamentals.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I started playing piano more
Oh,
the
nice.
last couple weeks.
How's that going?
It's all right. I guess I'm just doing like scale exercises
Yeah.
to try to get that I looked up on YouTube like exercises specifically for uh, like using both hands at the same time in different ways,
Hmm.
and it feels good. They're not particularly difficult, but well, I think they'll be. I'm gonna try to like go through all the keys, all the scales, you know, and I think that'll be
Yeah.
kind of difficult, right? Like so far, I've just been doing C major, you know, which is all the white keys, so um, that has
Yeah.
been a lot less difficult, but still a little bit challenging. Just like
But it's still,
some of the rhythms.
yeah.
Ugh, PR.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but I guess yeah, I don't know where to start other than that.
That's a good, honestly, that's a good place to start.
You think so?
Yeah. Pretty,
Getting some fundamentals down,
yeah.
learning all the keys and triads.
Yeah, that's like the base of all of it, I feel like. So,
Yeah, it's just not as exciting as like learning a song, but
yeah.
I don't think I can afford piano lessons right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just gonna like
Learn it on your own.
I guess yeah, just practice these exercises, maybe find some more exercises, and then maybe find like YouTube tutorials and some songs to learn.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. Yeah, do you have any recommendations? Like, um,
Uh,
I don't know if I can jump.
I just
I don't know. What are you thinking?
well, like, or just I don't know. I just learned by I had this sheet that just had all of the chords on it, and then I just learned the chords.
Just all the chords?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that, or like a a C chord, and then a D chord is the exact same thing as a C chord, pretty much.
You mean like a D major triad is the same as a C
Yeah,
major triad?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It sounds like you're pretty much already doing it.
I mean, like I know that, but
Yeah.
there's also like all these other chords that aren't triads and stuff, and like
Oh yeah.
sevens and
Oh yeah. C7 and
yeah.
C4.
I've tried to learn this stuff before, but I feel like I just don't really. I don't have a good grasp of it. Like I don't have a good grasp of theory.
I guess I don't have that good of a grasp of theory either.
Yeah. But like when you look up a song to play, like Creed or whatever,
Yeah.
is it just tells you the chords
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
play the chords. Do you play the chords with your right hand or your left hand or both or like?
I play I play the bass note of the chord with my left hand, and then I play the chord with my right hand. And then
So
if you just sing over top of it, it sounds like the song kind of.
okay, so you're not really doing much like melodic work on the piano. That's your voice.
Uh yeah, I mean sometimes I try to figure out the melody
Okay.
once I know the chords, because the melody is going to be just those notes that are in the scale of the chord. So
Right, and
makes it
then
easy makes it easier for me to figure out the melody sometimes. But yeah, most of the time I just play the fucking chord with the... So yeah, it's pretty basic, I would say.
yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, I just play piano to have fun.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm going for too. So you just play the chord and you just sort of improvise like the rhythm because you know what the song
Yeah,
sounds like already.
exactly.
I think something I do like have maybe a kind of a bad habit when I'm playing pianos. I get really busy. I do this actually with like a lot of instruments. I just like want to like
Yeah,
play really fast, but I don't really know what I'm playing all the time, so it can sound really like muddled.
yeah.
A few years ago, I tried to learn like funk theory on piano, which I
Hmm.
might try again. It's pretty fun. Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I like funk music a lot, and
Yeah,
keyboard. I like the keyboard in the funk world a lot.
yeah.
And it was a lot of sevens were a big part of funk music, and like key changes kind of like based around the seven chord, and like you would do like yeah like bass with the left hand and then the chords with the right hand.
Hmm.
And I learned some cool like you kind of like walk up the scale
Oh yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
thing and stuff, and be like bum 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 bum, and like
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. I was having some fun with it, but I didn't get too far. But
Yeah,
I was playing flute, but it like I don't know. I hurt my back so bad while I was playing it the other week, and like my back hurt like all week, and now I'm like afraid to play the flute.
yeah,
I'm like maybe the flute's not such a good idea after all. It's just so much simpler though. Just one note at a time, you know.
hmm,
I don't have to learn about chords or like trying to maintain different rhythms with different parts of my body at the same time.
yeah.
But piano is amazing, and it's a better instrument to share with people.
Hmm.
You know, you don't need anyone else to like back you up on piano, right? It's like you can make a song sound full.
Yeah.
Got it. Hell yeah. Okay, what? What? Okay, so I have to get on the platform, pick up the shell, and then somehow I'm gonna get over there and do a shell jump, I think where that green coin is, and then pick up that
Yeah.
shell. Is this a double shell jump? This is the thing I got stuck on and learned to Kaizo. Can't do double shell jump. I don't even know how to get to this first shell. Whoa. Man, that's hard. Okay, it's not a double shell jump. I just have to pick up the second shell after the first shell
Um.
jump. But then I'll use it to
Yeah.
the right at that red coin. Still pretty freaking crazy move here. I don't even get like how this is supposed to work. There we go. Right, okay. I know how to do a shell jump. It's funny, I was saying how much playing Kaizo Mario reminds me of making music, and especially just playing scales
Yeah.
and finger
Hmm.
exercises feels a lot like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever look up like YouTube tutorials on how to play a song? Or do you usually just look up the chords and do it yourself?
That's not a bad idea, but I haven't really done that before. Have you?
I've tried, there's this one song I was trying to learn in the past, and I watched the video again the other day of do you know
Yeah.
Southern Nights by Alan Toussaint?
I don't think so.
It's an old song that's pretty famous, and then there's also another version that's kind of like really different, but is also really famous. I forget who it's by, but it's kind of got
Hmm.
this like honky tonk vibe to it. But that's not the version I want to learn. I want to learn the original, which is like more of a jazz song.
Hmm.
It's just really nice. It's just a really nice song, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd recognize it if you heard it.
Yeah.
But it's just that's why I switched over to scales because I started I was like I just don't this is so hard like trying to just learn this song from this guy describing it and
Hmm.
he like goes so
Yeah.
fast over some parts of it and I'm like I have to like slow the video down and watch where his fingers are
Hmm.
and it's kind of hard to tell. I need to like practice a shell jump or something. Dang, this is crazy hard. Okay, I have to let go of the shell at the top of the jump. I think I'm gonna go. I want to go till 11:45, and then I think I want to go to bed.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I gotta go.
Okay,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
yeah, go for it. Actually, I'm gonna go too.
All right. Hey,
Hey,
I'm back.
you're back. And I'm back too. I'm kind of hungry. Might have to do a midnight snack.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's whenever I stay up this late, I get pretty hungry. Am I just pushing the wrong button? Or is it my timing? It's like been too long since I've done a shell jump. I don't remember. Oh,
Oh yeah, shell jumps are tricky, aren't they?
they're a little bit tricky. They're not that bad. They look harder than they are,
Yeah.
but they can be pretty hard, especially when you're on like a falling platform like that. You have no time to think about it. Okay, that's how you do a shell jump. I wish I knew what I did. It's so crazy, like that last level, the Tower of Power that I spent most of the night on.
hmm
Like as I was like telling the story and playing, like I just wasn't even. I'd like done it so many times, I wasn't even thinking about it. Like that muscle memory
Yeah.
is so powerful.
hmm
Okay, so when I jump, I have to push the grab button to get that shell, and then over to the right. Dang it. Oh, and then I have to do it again. Well, at least the red shell is not a shell jump per se. It's like that's kind of nice. What did you think about the Lion King musical?
I mean, it's pretty cool, you know.
Had
I don't
you
know.
seen it before, or was that your first time?
Yeah, yeah, I'd seen it a couple times. Jade really wanted to see it.
Okay.
I
Was it
I
Jade's
remember
first time?
loving it. I think she had seen it as a kid, but
Oh, okay.
I remember loving it as a kid. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, just like they still do like the crazy like dancing and the awesome costumes, right? Like the giraffes
Yeah,
on
yeah,
stilts and stuff.
yeah. They still do all that stuff.
Yeah,
So it's fun. It's like a spectacle sort of a thing.
totally.
But have you ever seen the old movie Some Like It Hot?
No, but I love that title.
Uh, it's basically about two. It's it's these two like struggling musicians in like I think it's Depression era, and they like join a women's band and cross dress and like pretend that they're women,
Oh, whoa, okay.
and it's this like silly sort of comedy situation. Marilyn Monroe's in it. We saw that play. Like they turn it into a play or whatever, and that was really fun.
Oh, right on.
Especially because if you've seen like the old movie,
I haven't, but I
but
love
it's
watching old
one of the
movies. I should check it out.
it was like it was kind of like slapstick, silly, like you
Yeah,
know,
like, oh, these guys are
kind
dressed
of
as
thing.
ladies. Haha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean that sounds like a lark for sure.
Classic, thing that I feel like that movie spawned a lot of movies that came after it.
Oh
But
yeah. I haven't actually seen it, but White Chicks is coming to mind.
Oh hell yeah! I remember. I think I fucking hated White Chicks
It didn't
when
look
I
like a good movie,
watched it. It,
but
it was not a very good movie.
I don't know what. I have some memory of like someone saying like some like it hot in like a really just matter of fact tone, and it was
Oh
really
yeah.
really
Hmm.
funny for some reason. Because this is true. Some like it
Yeah.
hot.
Some like it hot.
Mrs. Doubtfire, right? It's another classic
Classic.
cross-dressing.
Hmm. Yep.
I kind of want to watch that
And
again.
it's
I
just,
haven't seen Miss Doubtfire since I was a kid.
I had the idea to watch that movie again too. I tried to put it on, and Jade was like, "Why the fuck are you putting that on? We're not watching that." And I was like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
a,
from a different time.
yeah." And I was kind of like, "You might be right. Maybe I don't want to actually watch Mrs. Doubtfire."
It's a tough call because like it might be one of those movies where it's better left in the past. Like
Right.
Robin Hood Men
Like
in
Flubber.
Tights.
Like Flubber. Yeah. Oh, really?
Flubber.
Robin Hood Men in Tights?
I didn't. I never saw Flubber.
I liked it as a kid, but I have a
Actually,
suspicion that
maybe
it's
I did
probably
see
pretty
Flubber.
bad.
I think I did see Flubber at Michael Arnold's house, but yeah, I don't feel like it was that memorable. What didn't they play basketball in that movie?
Uh,
Was that a
I
basketball
just
movie?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I thought it was
Maybe it
like
was. Maybe it was though.
because then he was like a little like gummy being, right? Flubber.
Yeah. Yeah, it was this little gummy thing.
I thought he was like really good at basketball for some reason.
Maybe he was.
Maybe I'm just thinking of Airbud.
That'd be funny if you mixed up Airbud and Flubber, but I guess they are kind of like come from the same sort of
It's the same ilk
universe.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I like that idea, the same universe. How the hell
Yeah.
did I do this?
Maybe Flubber is the reason that Airbud can play basketball.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think it was
Like
a
he
basketball
came.
movie because the whole thing was like, I think the guy was like using Flubber to like cheat at basketball basically,
Oh
and like
yeah.
become like a really good basketball player because he had like Flubber on his side, so he could like
Oh
manipulate the ball
right.
in all these like
To do
crazy
whatever.
plays. And then someone's like, "There's not a rule against using Flubber in basketball."
Could you imagine if that was real and you just heard on the news one day and it was just like a man was found to have been using Flubber?
Scientists created a new life form, and then a man used it to cheat at basketball.
Yeah.
This and an update on the Ukraine
And
war at 7.
yeah, yeah. Right. You ever feel like another movie that was that I think I liked as a kid? I remember liking as a kid that is like Mr. Doolittle. Do you ever remember that?
The
Mr.
Eddie Murphy talking to
Yeah,
animals.
Eddie Mur. Hmm.
I don't really remember it, but I think I saw it.
I loved it.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's.
Maybe you just had really refined taste as a child in movies.
Well, yeah, I definitely did. Robin Hood Men in Tights was my
Oh
jam
yeah,
as a kid. I loved that movie. And
that's very highbrow of you.
I guess. I don't know. It's one though that it's better left in the past. I tried to watch it as an adult and I was
Oh,
like, this is not funny to me at all.
oh damn.
It kind of made me sad, so I turned it off. I was like, I don't want to
Oh,
see the rest. I just
yeah.
like this was better as a memory, you know. The joy I had as a child was sufficient. I don't need to.
There are some movies from your childhood that definitely, I would say, hold up. Like
Oh yeah.
I've watched Princess Bride so many times as an adult,
Oh
and
yeah. I didn't even see that one until I was like in high school,
oh yeah,
but I know a lot
one's
of
good.
people were into it as
I'm a big
kids.
I'm a big fan of Dark Crystal and the original movie and the series they did for Netflix is
Oh
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
How do I do that? Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that oh there we go.
Oh
Definitely some stuff that holds up. Lots of stuff from when I was a kid. Like freaking
yeah.
the Disney movie trio of like the best Disney movies: Aladdin, Lion King, and Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, those are all really good.
I watched.
Solid.
I think I watched Aladdin the most recently when I was sick a little while ago. But
Still good.
oh, amazing! I think I watched the cartoon and
Yeah.
the remake.
Oh, nice.
Which, as far as Disney remakes go, ah,
Oh,
as far as Disney remakes
was
go, I found it pretty enjoyable. The Aladdin remake.
yeah.
Not perfect, but I watched the Beauty and the Beast remake actually last summer with my family, and
Hmm.
that one just made I was just like, I just want to watch the animated version.
Yeah. Well, the animated version is so good.
The animated
I
version
feel
is
like
such a banger.
specifically the animation in that movie is really well done.
Exactly, yeah. And actually though, I gotta say the remake, like the CGI was excellent. You know, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
the furniture, the like Lumiere and stuff, they look so good. And like there were some
Oh,
things I
nice.
really liked about the remake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
what even happens after that?
I don't think you're supposed to know yet.
I guess not. Just looks like there's nowhere to go. There's a lot to like. I think
Met-
the Beauty and the Beast remake, the songs really didn't like. I felt like
oh,
the musical performance was really lackluster. I think was kind of my main gripe with it.
there, there were definitely a couple vocal performances yesterday that were lacking in The Lion King.
I guess that's
Like,
like a live show that's gonna happen sometimes.
yeah,
It's gonna go through like better actors, better singers, and then even
yeah.
good actors
Even
can
on a
have a
night,
bad night. And,
even on a night-to-night basis, you never know. Maybe it's an understudy. I didn't really look at the thing.
oh right. Or they could have just had like an off night too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's part of the thrill of a live performance is like they might
It's true.
bomb.
Yeah.
They might just bomb, you know. Beauty and the Beast is a big inspiration for how I decided to end Wizard's Quest.
Oh, yeah.
Because I realized
With the
with the suicide,
right.
because there, I guess I don't think it's a suicide in Beauty and the Beast, but it's almost a suicide. Like, doesn't the Beast tries to
Hmm.
help Gaston, and he like refuses to help,
Yeah.
and then he falls, I think. But I realized one of the last times I watched it, I was like, the Beast and Gaston are the same person. Like not in the lore, but like sort of metaphorically, like
That's kind of
Gaston.
true.
Gaston has all the
Right.
qualities that the prince had of like being vain and superficial and stuff, and like,
Right.
and sort of just how like the beast or Gaston dying and then the beast's curse is over. It's kind of like the beast had to like kill that part of himself, you know.
Hmm.
Or like leave, or like let go of it, and then the evil kind of like kills itself once it isn't being held on to
Yeah.
anymore.
Never thought about it that way.
I don't know. It's a good movie. It's a tale as old as
It
time.
really. Yeah. The music, man.
Yeah.
Music is fantastic. Oh, you did it!
Oh! Hell
Good
yeah.
job.
Sorry, neighbors. It's President's Day tomorrow. It's fine.
President's Day.
Oh, Truck City. Oh
You
no.
start like shooting guns in your apartment, and you're like, it's okay, it's President's
Like,
Day.
it's President's Day tomorrow, man. It's time to party.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
this might be a good stopping point.
I mean, you're right, but let's just take a peek, though, at the level.
Okay. All right.
See what we've got in store. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't even have a clue.
You got to jump off of them, I guess.
Okay, yeah, one more try. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be crazy. I don't really know what.
Right?
I guess I gotta jump off the first guy onto the second guy while he's up there to like get that height.
You got that last one faster than I thought you were gonna get it, honestly.
Yeah, the last one wasn't so bad in the end. I like that
Yeah.
this world is just called Tasty in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Tasty.
Sabroso. I think we gotta just go back and listen to this as we sign off.
Yeah. Another successful Second's Best Friends podcast.
Another one. We did it.
Another one under the book. This was actually a historic episode.
This was.
It was probably our best episode. It was probably our best episode yet.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's a lot of me rambling about my freaking unfinished works, but
It's kind of what this podcast is.
it's
This is
really
kind
what,
of like.
well, at least these last two episodes have been.
It's kind of like Tolkien's letters to his editor. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I am recording them, so maybe when I'm all as famous as them, people can dig into these recordings to like
Yeah.
find
When you're as famous as J.R.R. Tolkien.
I don't. I'm
Dude.
not gonna get to that level, man. I'm shooting for J.K. Rowling level of fame. Like,
Yeah.
Wizard's Quest
Yeah.
is not gonna be like, you know. I mean, it gets deep, and I think I've got a few like pearls of wisdom in there. But
For sure.
Lord of the Rings is just such a masterpiece. Like,
It's pretty good, you know?
it's so.
I think.
So just like deep and true and solid on such a like
Mm-hmm.
fundamental level for any English speaking person, I think.
Yeah.
Did you know, I found out this week, did you know Tolkien didn't make up the name Middle Earth?
I didn't know that.
Middle Earth that's just what people called it in Old English.
Oh.
They called the real world Middle Earth. It wasn't
Oh.
like before they really like thought of it as like a planet in the solar system.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I mean, I guess they knew it was round, but it was Middle Earth because it was like the middle point between heaven and hell.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. It was like, oh, he just brought it back from like old times. Seems like
Right.
everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But
I didn't
anyway,
know that. I didn't know that at all. Tolkien was a very interesting guy.
yeah, I mean, tons of his stuff. It's all that old English and Norse and stuff. Like, it's
I
a
mean, yeah. I mean, I remember in one of his letters that I read, he was talking about how like it started out with like, you know, creating a mythology for basically where he was from,
for England. Yeah,
because it was lacking. But I feel like it kind of turned into. I don't know if that's how it ended. You know. I
yeah. It kind
mean,
of. I mean, he describes it as like a feigned history, and yeah, that's. I get what you're saying because it kind of the
right.
Silmarillion is more that than Lord of the Rings.
But the Silmarillion's from the point of the elves, which I think is interesting, from the point of view of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Did you read the Silmarillion?
I've read the Silmarillion. I've read parts of the Silmarillion a couple times. I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed it.
It's pretty cool when if you can get into it. You know, it's dense, but it's like there's some really good stuff in there.
Baron and Luthien is like the first part of it is like I found it's just like very bare bones historical, almost like you're reading a history book. And then
Right, or the
like
Bible
the
or
la-
something.
yeah, and then the later chapters are these more like intricate stories. Like
Right.
Baron and Luthien is really good. It's a really good story.
Yeah,
And
is
then
that's Baron and Luthien? That's like they
he meets an elf in the woods, or she's like half god, half elf,
okay.
and then they go on. She falls madly in love with her and gets entranced, and then basically has to steal. He's tasked with stealing a Silmaril from Morgoth, I think.
By her father, right?
Yeah, or it's Sauron, I think. At this point in the
Stealing
story,
it from
no,
Sauron.
I think it's still Morgoth at this point in the story.
Yeah, it's like the first time
Yeah.
It's Morgoth, and then later he goes up against Sauron. I think.
And she sings like she sings like a song that like entrances him, and then they mask themselves as like a wolf, and it's really cool. It's just a really cool kind of story, you know.
Yeah,
It's
really
it'll
poetic.
ultimately it's ultimately like a tragedy, and they both die, but you know,
Right.
still pretty cool.
And isn't he has to go get the Silmaril because her father is like, if you want to be worthy of my daughter,
Yep,
you have to go
exactly.
get the Silmaril. Yeah. But
Yeah,
is he
and
human?
the Baron, yeah, he's human.
He's human, and
Yeah,
he's in love with it. So it's kind of like or like Aragorn and Arwen are kind of like an
of Baron and Luthain, exactly.
echo of that.
And I think
Yeah.
Baron, I think they're descendants. Like I'm pretty sure Baron's in that line that ultimately leads to Aragorn.
Oh, the like yeah, like the Númenórean line of kings or
Yeah,
whatever.
yep,
Yeah, that stuff's so cool. All that backstory.
yeah, yeah. Especially, I love that story in particular
I liked.
because yeah, it's a lot like Aragorn and Arwen, which is another very beautiful love story.
Yeah, I like in the books it's in the appendices, right? It's like not even part of it's
Yeah,
not really woven into the tale. It's just sort of an after
but
tale.
it's only like 10 pages or so. I feel like it's not that long of a read.
Right.
It's pretty good.
It is. It's really romantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. I gotta read it more. I gotta
I
finish.
gotta read something. I gotta read something else, honestly.
You just keep reading Lord of the Rings too much.
Yeah, I gotta read something else.
Read
Not like I have a lot of time. Not like I have a lot of time to read, but when
true.
I do,
Read the First Law series.
okay.
The Blade itself. It's kind of more like grimdark. It's a little bit it's in that genre with like Game of Thrones,
Hmm.
but I think it might be better than Game of Thrones. It's not as famous as Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
but I haven't actually read that Song of Ice and Fire or watched Game of Thrones, but man, the First Law series is like it's in my like top five fantasies I think of all time.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
I'll check it out. All right, I'm logging out.
All right, man. I will. Do you
Uh,
want to do this again on Wednesday?
yeah. Let's shoot for Wednesday.
All right. I will talk to you then.
All right. Bye.